Test, 1, 2, test. Good evening, everyone, and I call this meeting to order. Before we get started, just to let everyone in the audience know, we have to deal with a small closed session item before we get into our honor grads. So at this time, I need a motion to go into closed meeting.
A motion is needed to go into a closed meeting to discuss the following item and subject pursuant to the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, found in Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711, Suspension Appeal 2025-268SA regarding the long-term suspension of a student from Kings Fork High School, where the discussion in an open meeting would involve disclosure of information contained in the student's scholastic record, which is authorized by the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, found in Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A2.
Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
All right, motion was made by Board Member Jenkins, seconded by Board Member Slinglove. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk, we're ready to vote.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham.
Yes.
Board Member Fields.
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins.
Yes.
Board Member Riddick.
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove.
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell.
Yes.
Board Chair McGee.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, at this time, we're going to move into closed session. Give us roughly about 20 to 25 minutes. If you need to get up, use the restroom, get some water, do that, but we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Thanks.
Visit spsk12.net to learn more and get started today. We look forward to growing with your child and your family every step of the way.
Dr. John B. Gordon III here, proud Division Superintendent of Suffolk Public Schools. Right now, we are here to talk about attendance matters. Chronic absenteeism is one of those things that we really need parent support for. That really shows the partnership. This is also one of the things that our schools are going to be graded on in the new school performance and support framework. I am out here visiting schools, elementary, middle, and high, to get that student perspective. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, it's always so great to be at Florence Bowser Elementary School. Hi, Britton, how are you?
How are you, Dr. Gordon?
Doing well, doing well. Can you please tell me why you think it's so important for everyone to come to school every day?
Well, I think that every missed day is a missed opportunity to learn something new.
It is always a missed opportunity to learn something new, and especially right now with cold and flu season, we're always worried about if everybody's going to be there. And we need both staff and students to be there, especially for great students like you that are involved in so many activities.
Thank you.
It's always good to see you. You take care now.
You
All right,
too.
bye-bye. I always love being at Forest Glen Middle Middle School. Hi, Emerson, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Can you tell me why it's so important for students to come to school every day?
I try to come to school every day because I don't want to miss anything. Being here helps me learn, stay responsible, and do my best in class.
Doing your best in class, and that's so important, especially for students like you and others that participate in extracurricular activities. If you miss school, that means you can't play in your games, you miss your clubs, and we want to try to make sure that both our staff and our students have 100% attendance every day. Thank you so much for sharing that, because I noticed you've had perfect attendance for a very long time.
Thank you.
All right. It's always so great to be in Lakeland High School. Hi, Faith, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Dr. Gordon?
Doing well, doing well. We were actually having a conversation in the superintendent's cabinet about the importance of attendance, and our whole theme about attendance matters. Do you know the impact when a teacher or a staff member is out?
I actually don't. Could you tell me?
Well, one of the main things is we always try to make sure that our staff and our teachers actually model that attendance expectation for all kids. But when a teacher is out, that's like losing 3 days of instruction for the students. And it's always so stressful when kids are out, you have to make up work, make up assessments, and a lot of times kids end up feeling like they're behind, and that's something that we don't want to have happen. Suffolk Public Schools community, you have heard from our students at all 3 levels, elementary, middle, and high, who have talked about the importance and the reasons why perfect attendance matters to them. Participation in extracurricular activities, participation in sports, no anxiety about worrying about having to do makeup work. And now we want to make sure that everyone understands it's also about supporting the schools and the new school performance and support framework. That chronic absenteeism is a key factor that helps to get our kids to that distinguished level. Please understand that SPS present every day. Please understand why attendance matters in Suffolk Public Schools.
We both attend Lakeland High School, where attendance matters.
We attend Nasmith River High School, where attendance matters.
I attend Kingsford High School, where attendance matters.
When talent and dedication are met with masterful instruction and direction, something transformative happens. For the first time, Suffolk Public Schools' most committed young musicians are coming together for an intensive jazz masterclass clinic. Featuring outstanding student musicians from every Suffolk Public High School and several middle schools, the Suffolk Jazz Collective, a masterclass concert, will be presented by the Center for Performing and Production Arts at Lakeland High School. From collaborative rehearsals to refined ensemble performance, this is more than a concert. It's mentorship in action. It's education through artistry. It's excellence shaped in real time. Join us Saturday, March 28th at 3 p.m. at Lakeland High School Auditorium. The concert is free and open to the public. Come witness the results of talent, dedication, and the collaborative power of students learning together through the language of jazz.
Suffolk Public Schools middle and high school students now have access to 2 generative artificial intelligence tools, Google Gemini and Notebook LM. As artificial intelligence becomes a standard part of modern workplaces and educational environments, these tools reflect our commitment to preparing students for a future where AI is a part of everyday learning. By providing guided access with clear expectations, we help students build digital literacy and become better prepared for future careers and emerging technologies, while ensuring AI is used responsibly and with purpose to support learning. In simple terms, AI is not a shortcut for doing your schoolwork or homework. Students may only use AI with a teacher's permission and only to support learning, such as brainstorming, practicing skills, or receiving feedback, while completing their own original work. When AI is allowed, teachers will clearly explain whether it may be used as a coach to help generate ideas or provide feedback, or as a collaborator to assist in the creative process. Any AI use must be properly cited, just like other sources. Submitting AI-generated work as one's own is considered scholastic dishonesty and will be addressed according to the SPS Code of Conduct. We know families may have questions about student safety and privacy. SPS partners with the Educational Collaborative to ensure all instructional tools meet state and federal security standards. Through the National Data Privacy Agreement with Virginia addendums, we protect student information by prohibiting the sale of data, requiring strict vendor data protection practices, and limiting data use solely to educational purposes, keeping student privacy and safety a top priority. Here's how you can help support responsible AI use at home. Remind your student to not rely on AI to do their work for them. Encourage them to think critically and always verify information. Remind them to follow their teacher's directions and always ask questions when they're unsure when AI is allowed to be used. By helping students learn to evaluate information, think critically, and use digital tools ethically, Suffolk Public Schools is preparing them to succeed in a rapidly evolving world. For questions, please contact your child's school or visit the AI in Education Family Resource page on our Suffolk Public Schools website. Thank you for your partnership as we guide students in using AI thoughtfully, safely, and responsibly.
Starting kindergarten is a big moment for every family. It's the beginning of new routines, new friendships, and a lifelong love of learning. At Suffolk Public Schools, we're ready to welcome your child into safe, supportive, and engaging classrooms where they can learn, grow, and thrive. From the very first day, our schools are committed to helping every student build a strong foundation for the future. Kindergarten registration for the 2026 to 2027 school year is now open. Visit spsk12.net to learn more and get started today. We look forward to growing with your child and your family every step of the way.
Dr. John B. Gordon III here, proud Division Superintendent of Suffolk Public Schools. Right now, we are here to talk about attendance matters. Chronic absenteeism is one of those things that we really need parent support for. That really shows the partnership. This is also one of the things that our schools are going to be graded on in the new school performance and support framework. I am out here visiting schools, elementary, middle, and high, to get that student perspective. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, it's always so great to be at Florence Bowser Elementary School. Hi, Brittany, how are you?
How are you, Dr. Gordon?
Doing well, doing well. Can you please tell me why you think it's so important for everyone to come to school every day?
Well, I think that every missed day is a missed opportunity to learn something new.
It is always a missed opportunity to learn something new, and especially right now with cold and flu season, we're always worried about if everybody's going to be there. And we need both staff and students to be there, especially for great students like you that are involved in so many activities.
Thank you.
It's always good to see you. You take care now.
You
All right,
too.
bye-bye. I always love being at Forest Glen Middle School. Hi, Emerson, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Can you tell me why it's so important for students to come to school every day?
I try to come to school every day because I don't want to miss anything. Being here helps me learn, stay responsible, and do my best in class.
Doing your best in class, and that's so important, especially for students like you and others that participate in extracurricular activities. If you miss school, that means you can't play in your games, you miss your clubs, and we want to try to make sure that both our staff and our students have 100% attendance every day. Thank you so much for sharing that, because I know that you've had perfect attendance for a very long time.
Thank you.
All right. It's always so great to be in Lakeland High School. Hi, Faith, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Dr. Gordon?
Doing well, doing well. We were actually having a conversation in the superintendent's cabinet about the importance of attendance, and our whole theme about attendance matters. Do you know the impact of when a teacher or a staff member is out?
I actually don't. Could you tell me?
Well, one of the main things is we always try to make sure that our staff and our teachers actually model that attendance expectation for all kids. But when a teacher is out, that's like losing 3 days of instruction for the students. And it's always so stressful when kids are out. You have to make up work, make up assessments, and a lot of times kids end up feeling like they're behind, and that's something that we don't want to have happen. Suffolk Public Schools community, you have heard from our students at all 3 levels, elementary, middle, and high, who have talked about the importance and the reasons why perfect attendance matters to them. Participation in extracurricular activities, participation in sports, no anxiety about worrying about having to do makeup work. And now we want to make sure that everyone understands it's also about supporting the schools and the new school performance and support framework. That chronic absenteeism is a key factor that helps to get our kids to that distinguished level. Please understand that SPS present every day. Please understand why attendance matters in Suffolk Public Schools.
We both attend Lakeland High School, where attendance matters.
We attend Nasmith River High School, where attendance matters.
I attend Kingsford High School, where attendance matters.
When talent and dedication are met with masterful instruction and direction, something transformative happens. For the first time, Suffolk Public Schools' most committed young musicians are coming together for an intensive jazz masterclass clinic, featuring outstanding student musicians from every Suffolk Public High School and several middle schools. The Suffolk Jazz Collective, a masterclass concert, will be presented by the Center for Performing and Production Arts at Lakeland High School. From collaborative rehearsals to refined ensemble performance, this is more than a concert. It's mentorship in action. It's education through artistry. It's excellence shaped in real time. Join us Saturday, March 28th at 3 p.m. at Lakeland High School Auditorium. The concert is free and open to the public. Come witness the results of talent, dedication, and the collaborative power of students learning together through the language of jazz.
Suffolk Public Schools middle and high school students now have access to 2 generative artificial intelligence tools, Google Gemini and Notebook LM. As artificial intelligence becomes a standard part of modern workplaces and educational environments, these tools reflect our commitment to preparing students for a future where AI is a part of everyday learning. By providing guided access with clear expectations, we help students build digital literacy and become better prepared for future careers and emerging technologies, while ensuring AI is used responsibly and with purpose to support learning. In simple terms, AI is not a shortcut for doing your schoolwork or homework. Students may only use AI with a teacher's permission and only to support learning, such as brainstorming, practicing skills, or receiving feedback while completing their own original work. When AI is allowed, teachers will clearly explain whether it may be used as a coach to help generate ideas or provide feedback, or as a collaborator to assist in the creative process. Any AI use must be properly cited, just like other sources. Submitting AI-generated work as one's own is considered scholastic dishonesty and will be addressed according to the SPS Code of Conduct. We know families may have questions about student safety and privacy. SPS partners with the Educational Collaborative to ensure all instructional tools meet state and federal security standards. Through the National Data Privacy Agreement with Virginia addendums, we protect student information by prohibiting the sale of data, requiring strict vendor data protection practices, and limiting data use solely to educational purposes, keeping student privacy and safety a top priority. Here's how you can help support responsible AI use at home. Remind your student to not rely on AI to do their work for them. Encourage them to think critically and always verify information. Remind them to follow their teacher's directions and always ask questions when they're unsure when AI is allowed to be used. By helping students learn to evaluate information, think critically, and use digital tools ethically, Suffolk Public Schools is preparing them to succeed in a rapidly evolving world. For questions, please contact your child's school or visit the AI in Education Family Resource page on our Suffolk Public Schools website. Thank you for your partnership as we guide students in using AI thoughtfully, safely, and responsibly.
You know what, lights are brighter. We had a company come clean the bedroom. closer, everything seems to be pushed that way for some reason tonight. We actually turned the table because we're so close. These are long, yeah. They made that mistake. Firmware updates came out yesterday or Tuesday. Oh, not that one. That's better. Is that good right there? You got it. There you go.
All right, I call this meeting back to order. I need a resolution to certify the first closed meeting. Odyssey.
A resolution of certification of the first closed meeting of March 12, 2026, pursuant to Section 2.2-3712 of the Code of Virginia. Whereas the school board of the city of Suffolk convened a closed meeting on this date pursuant to an affirmative recorded vote and in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act. And whereas Section 2.2-3712 of the Code of Virginia requires a certification by the school board that such closed meeting was conducted in conformity with Virginia law. Now therefore be it resolved that the school board of the city of Suffolk hereby certifies that to the best of each member's knowledge, number one, only business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law were discussed in the closed meeting to which this resolution of certification applies. And number two, only such public business matters as were identified in the motion convening the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered by the school board of the city of Suffolk.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion was made by Board Member Jenkins, seconded by Board Member Slingluff. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham.
Yes.
Board Member Fields.
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins.
Yes.
Board Member Riddick.
Abstain.
Board Member
I
Slingluff.
wasn't.
Yes.
My reason for abstaining is I wasn't present for the meeting, the closed session.
Vice Chair Howell.
I abstain as well, as I was not in the meeting.
Board Chair McGee.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, at this time, I'm going to turn the floor over to Dr. Gordon so he can begin the recognition of our honor graduates.
Thank y'all for that applause. I know that applause was for me. We are very happy and proud to have the Kings Fork High School honor graduates for the class of 2026 that are here tonight. I know I've seen, we have Mr. Bryant here, Dr. Spruill, Mr. Morgan. We're gonna, as a quick reminder to all of our honor graduates, when you come to the podium, we want you to announce what your post-graduation plans are. Also, please take the time to introduce your parents. I'm not sure it's Mr. Bryant or Dr. Spruill, or any of you all come to the podium to say a few words? Dr. Spruill?
And parents, real fast, can you please stand when your kid calls your name so we can honor you as well?
Good evening, Dr. Gordon, School Board Chair McGee, Vice Chair and school board members, parents, and students. I am Dr. Spruill, Assistant Principal at Kings Fork High School. This evening, I am standing in for Mr. Derek Bryan, our principal, who is unable to attend due to inclement weather at his conference. However, he is watching on the Suffolk Public Schools YouTube station. We gather tonight to honor 174 honor graduates. Joining me to celebrate this milestone are the counseling department. We have Ms. Riquizo, who is our guidance director, Dr. Coley, Ms. Hurdle, and Ms. Singleton. Additionally, might I add that the class of 2026 has so far earned $18,554,244 in scholarships as of today. What we all have been waiting for, I now, without further ado, present Ms. Riquizo, who will announce our honor graduates. Thank you.
Good evening, Dr. Gordon, Chairperson McGee, Mr. McGee, school board members, city officials, parents, and students. It is with great pleasure this evening that I present to you the 2026 Senior Honor Graduates. There are a total of 174. Tonight, we are proud that 125 of them are here with us. The students have worked extremely hard to achieve academic excellence. We have over 981 acceptance letters on file. In addition, the students have been accepted into over 126 colleges and universities. Without further ado, I present the 2026 Kings Fork High School honor graduates.
Hello, my name is Anaya Adams, daughter of Kimberly Curtis. My plans after high school are to attend Old Dominion University to major in human sciences and eventually get my PhD in kinesiology.
Good evening, I am Michael Allen. I am the son of Holly Williams Allen. My plans after high school are attend Norfolk State University and major in psychology.
Hello, my name is Sean Allen. My parents are Alana Allen and Sean Allen, and I plan to go to Old Dominion University to major in communications and journalism.
Hi, my name is Zalane Asani, and my parents are Ronnie Wilkins and Ebony McDonald. I plan to go to Virginia State University and major in biology.
I'm Joey Applewhite Jr., son of Joey Applewhite Sr. and Melina Applewhite, and I plan on attending Christopher Newport University to major in business.
Good evening, my name is Catriel, son to Kelvin and Kenya Arias. I'm committed to Old Dominion University and going to major in psychology.
Hello, my name is Mason Barnes, son of Monica and Morris Barnes. After school, I plan to attend a four-year university and major in business.
Hi, my name is Linda Baskins. My parents are Monique and Marlo Chappelle, and I plan to attend Virginia Commonwealth University and major in nursing.
Hi, my name is Bailey Baptiste. My parents are Rachel and Dustin Laws, and after school, I plan on going to Old Dominion University to major in forensic psychology.
Hi, I'm Matthew Billmeyer. My parents are Kevin and Melissa Billmeyer, and I plan to enlist into the military after high school.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Caleb Bronaugh, the son of Jody and Christy Bronaugh. I plan to attend a four-year university to pursue a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree and major in theater and acting. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tyler Brower. My parents are Ebony Brower and Lee Adams. I plan to attend a four-year university to major in psychology.
Hi, my name is Jalea Carr. My parents are Edwina Roberts, John Roberts, and Mark Carr. I plan to attend Old Dominion University, majoring in psychology.
Hello, my name is Tamia Coleman. My parents are Jasmine and Joshua Cotto, and I plan to attend the University of Alabama to double major in chemistry and forensic science.
Good evening, my name is Brandon Cook, the son of Brian and Kimberly Cook. I plan to attend North Carolina A&T and study biology.
Hello, my name is Jordan Cotton. I am the daughter of Samuel Cotton Jr. and Sherry Cotton, and I'm going to attend Hampton University for Pharmaceutical Sciences.
Hello, my name is Layla Kreiner. My parents are Travis and Sharon Kreiner. I plan to attend Radford University to major in professional advanced chemistry and minor in astronomy.
Hello, my name is Sherry Daly. I'm the daughter of Cheryl Gaines and Omar Daly. After high school, I plan to attend Old Dominion University and major in medical/health physics.
Hello, my name is Caden Dillard, and my parents are Kamiko and Malcolm Dillard, and I plan to attend a 2-year community college at Tidewater to get my associates and then transfer to Norfolk State, major in biomedical sciences.
Hi, my name's Deshaun Dirtshin. I'm the son of Roslyn Dirtshin, and I plan on attending Virginia Commonwealth University and majoring in psychology.
Good evening, my name's Dakota Eubanks. My parents are Guy and Amber Eubanks. I plan to attend Tidewater Community College and get my associates in interior design.
Good afternoon. My name is Jadon Fairclough Scott. My parents' names are Latasha and Justin Washington, and my post-graduation plans are to finish my bachelor's degree majoring in political science and pre-law to eventually attend law school to practice constitutional law. Thank you.
Good evening. My parents are Dr. Calvin and Tabitha Franklin, and I planned on attending Virginia Commonwealth University, majoring in clinical radiation sciences.
Good afternoon. My name is Damian Freeman. My parents are Shardea and Douglas Hood. I plan to attend Norfolk State University for information tech.
Hello, my name is Araceli Garcia Santana, and my parents are Sandra Santana and Margarito Garcia Pineda, and I plan after high school to attend a four-year university to major in biology.
Hi, my name is Brianna Gartner. My parents are Tanjanita Gartner and Lamondo Gartner. I plan to attend Old Dominion University and major in education and double minor in history and psychology.
Good evening. My name is Randa Garner, daughter of Jasmine and Omar Garner. After high school, I plan to attend Hampton University and major in architecture.
Good evening, my name is Bailey Gates. My parents are Brooke Shue and Alex Gates, and I plan on going to Norfolk State University to major in business management.
Good evening, my name is Leon Gatlin. My parents are Keyshawn Gatlin and Lene Ward. I plan to attend Hampton University, major in chemistry.
Hello, my name is Peyton Gibson. My parents are Kevandra and Thomas Gibson, and I plan to go to Norfolk State University to major in social work.
Hello, my name is Alana Gibbs Wilson, parents of Keena and Thomas Wilson. I plan on attending Prairie View A&M, majoring in belay my last. Majoring in mechanical engineering and a double minor in criminology and psychology.
Hello, I'm Trinity Gleaves, child of Tracy and Michael Gleaves, and I plan on attending Radford University and majoring in biology.
Hello, my name is Valerie Godoy Rivas. My parents are Jonathan Levi and Nancy Levi. My future plans is to attend Tidewater Community College, and I'll be majoring in nursing.
Hello, my name is Natalie Gonzalez. My parents are Atenas Gonzalez and Nathaniel Gonzalez, and my plans after high school are to attend Tidewater Community College and major in event planning.
Hi, my name is Layla Good. My parent is Lakeisha Good, and I'm planning to attend Virginia State University and majoring in both graphic design and fashion merchandising.
Hi, my name is Shanika Gray. My mom is Quashayla Whitehead. My dad is Michael Scott, and I want to attend the Fire Academy.
Hello, my name is Ethan Guzman. I am the son of Caesar and Daryl Hannah Guzman, and the plan after high school is to attend Old Dominion University and to major in mechanical engineering.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard Guzman. My parents are Caesar and Daryl Hannah Guzman. I plan to attend Old Dominion University and major in financial management.
Hello, my name is Preston Hall. My parents are Tracy Hall and Preston Hall Jr. I plan to attend Christopher Newport University and major in business.
Good evening, my name is Aaliyah Hamilton. My parents are Tracy and George Hamilton, and after high school, I plan to attend Virginia Commonwealth University, double majoring in psychology and criminal justice with a minor in forensic science.
Good evening, my name is Summer Harper. My parents are Vicky Harper and Wade Manning. I plan to attend community college and major in nursing.
Good afternoon. My name is Aaliyah Harrell, daughter of Willie and Jessica Harrell. I plan to go to the Norfolk State University to major in biology.
Norfolk State University.
Good afternoon. My name is Isaiah Harris. My parents are Tabitha Garland and Brian Harris. I am planning to attend either Virginia Commonwealth University or the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and I'm going to major in biology.
My name is Brady Hawkins. My parents are Charles and Angela Hawkins, and I plan on going to ODU to major in civil engineering.
Good evening. My name is Michaela Hayden, and I'm the daughter of DeRatio and Brandy Hayden. I will be attending Virginia Commonwealth University studying pharmaceutical science on the pre-medical track.
Good evening. My name is Deasia Hill, daughter of Ivy Hill. After high school, I plan to attend Virginia State University and major in criminal justice.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Hill. My parents are Gail and Bo Lewis. After high school, I plan to go to ODU and major in law.
Good evening. My name is Reginald Hill, the son of Reginald and LaShawna Hill. My post-graduation plans is to receive my associate's degree in maritime logistics from Tidewater Community College.
Hi, my name is Riley Height, daughter of Rick and Shakira Height. After high school, I plan on attending East Carolina University to major in sports studies.
Good evening. My name is Soraya Hopkins, daughter of Shanetta and Dominique Presley. After graduation, I plan on attending Virginia Commonwealth University, majoring in biomedical engineering.
Good evening. My name is Erling Hunter II. My parents are Dr. Erling Hunter and Athena Hunter, and I plan to attend Norfolk State University and major in construction management engineering.
Hello, my name is Naomi James. My parents are Ayanna Spence and Albert James, and I plan on either going to VCU or ODU to pursue art education and other art-related things too.
Good evening. My name is Larita Jennings Ward. I'm daughter of Larita Jennings, who has been my inspiration my whole life. I plan on attending Florida A&M to double major in business and history with a minor in psychology, focusing on a pre-law track.
Good evening. My name is Anaya Johnson. My parents are Crystal Riddick and Rashad Boone. I plan on attending Norfolk State University, majoring in biology on a pre-med track.
Hello, my name is Camille Johnson. My parents are Shawan and Bradley Johnson. I plan to attend Tidewater Community College and later transfer to a university to major in finance.
Good evening. My name is Todd Johnson. I'm the son of Monet and Rashad Johnson, and I plan to attend North Carolina A&T to study in a degree of computer science.
Hi, my name is Zyda Johnson, and my mom is Tiffany Ruffin. I plan to attend a four-year college and major in nursing.
Hi everyone, my name is Isaiah Jones, daughter of Kashonda Jones. I'm planning to attend Virginia State University, majoring in biology pre-med.
Good evening, my name is Christopher Leon Jones Jr. My parents are Latoya Gavaya and Giovanni Gavaya. And after high school, I plan to attend Old Dominion University to obtain my bachelor's in art education.
Good evening. My name is Ernest Jones Jr., son of Ernest and Michelle Jones. I plan to attend Virginia State University and major in business.
Good evening. My name is Niani Jones. I am the daughter of Felicia Ford. My plans after college is to attend a four-year university and major in biochemistry on the pre-med track.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ariana Joseph, daughter of Isaiah and Sharice Joseph, and I will be attending Old Dominion University on a business management track.
Good evening. I'm Elijah Keene. My parents are Tina and Jeremiah Keene, and I'll be going to ECPI for cybersecurity.
Got the look. Look, he's already got the look.
How y'all doing? My name is Corian Key, son of Ashley and David Brown, and I plan to attend Christopher Newport for biochemistry.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brian King. I'm the son of Julian and Carolyn Ricks. I'll be attending a four-year university to major in business administration.
Good evening. My name is Darion Knight. My parents are Evelyn and Michael Knight. I am going to Christopher Newport and major in business.
Hi, I'm Punipa Lillard. My parents are Pupet and Wanipa Lillard. My host mom is Belinda Escanio. I'm a foreign exchange student from Thailand, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you. Khawunka.
Good afternoon. My name is Jaden Lockley. My parents are Syria Lockley and Carlos Smith. And after high school, I plan to attend Virginia Commonwealth University to pursue a career in mechanical engineering.
Good evening. My name is Kylie Lopez. My parents are Shailene and Robert Lydette, and I plan on going to Old Dominion University and majoring in criminal justice behavior analysis.
Good evening. My name is Priscia Alexa Maravilla Maldonado, daughter of Karen Maldonado and Eduardo Deborah. I am going to Shawan University for Associate in Science Pre-Nursing.
Good evening. My name is Morgan Martinez. My parents are Erica and Jonathan Martinez, and I plan on going to Rudy and Kelly Academy for cosmetology.
Good evening. My name is Ariana Mayfield, daughter of Tiara and Terrence Mayfield, and after high school, I plan on attending Virginia Commonwealth University to major in social work.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brandon Mayfield. I am the parents of Tanita Mayfield and Herman Mayfield, and after high school, I will be going to ODU to pursue computer engineering.
Good evening. My name is Michael Mejia, son of Vicky Brown and Kirk Brown. I'm 100% committed to Embry-Riddle, Daytona Beach, Florida, and I'll be majoring in aeronautical science.
Good evening. My name is Makai Mercer, son of Keisha Mercer and Kevin Mercer. I plan on attending North Carolina A&T, majoring in business finance.
Good evening. My name is Shauna Mercer. My parents are Clinton and Bernice Mercer. I plan to attend VCU for 2 years, then transfer to School of Visual Arts to major in digital arts.
Good evening. My name is Braylon Mitchell, son of Carla and DeAndre Mitchell, and I plan to attend the ODU to major in cybersecurity.
Good evening. My name is Inasa Mitchell, daughter of Melvana and Abdullah Mitchell, and I am going to Virginia Commonwealth University to study dental hygiene.
Good evening. My name is Colson Moffitt. I plan on attending William & Mary and pursuing criminal justice. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Ariana Moody, daughter of Ramon and Nina Boyette. I plan on attending VCU and majoring in criminal justice.
Good
Good evening. My name is Camden Mullen, son of Ebony Mullen, and I plan on going to North Carolina State, majoring in electrical engineering.
Hello everyone, my name is Wendell Mungia, daughter of Nelly Avila, and I plan on studying to be a medical interpreter, then later on pursue my career as a neonatal nurse.
Good evening. My name is Caleb Bocini, son of Kimberly Ballard and Philip Bocini. I plan on attending Virginia Wesleyan's major in sports management.
Greetings, my name is Destiny Oglesby, the proud daughter of Latrice Oglesby and Timothy Oglesby, and I will be attending the illustrious Tuskegee University, majoring in agricultural business.
All right. Good evening. My name is Jaden Othello. My wonderful mother is Daniela Othello. I plan to go to Virginia Commonwealth University to major in nursing.
Good evening. I am daughter of Whitney Outland, Lewis Outland, and Vanessa Singletary. After high school, I plan on joining the Navy branch in the military.
Good evening. My name is Jalen Pinegar. My parents are Johnny and Tatiana Pinegar, and I plan to attend a four-year university and major in computer science.
Good evening. My name is Harney Pacencia. My parents are Kershad Pacencia and Keith Pacencia. I plan to go to ODU to study animal science.
Hi everyone, my name is Kalia Reed. My parents are Edward Reed and Mia Willis Reed, and I plan on going to college to major in graphic design and hopefully go into advertising.
Hello, my name is Miracle Reed, daughter of Chevette Dickens, and I plan to go to VSU to major in psychology.
Good evening. My name is Maria Reed. My mom is Chevette Dickens, and I plan on attending Virginia State University for my majors in marketing. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Cheyenne Rakizo. I'm the daughter of Cassandra Rakizo and Brant Rakizo, and I'll be attending ODU for pre-nursing.
Good evening. My name is Dejan Reynolds. I'm the son of David Reynolds and Antoinette Walker. I plan on going to Howard University with intentions of becoming a psychiatrist.
Good evening. My name is Freddie Roberts. My parents are Freddie and Andrea Roberts, and I plan on attending Hampton University to study biochemistry.
Good evening. My name is China Rock, and my parents are Sabrina and Kevin Rock, and I'll be attending either Howard University or Parsons School of Design to major in fashion design.
Good evening. I'm Alexandra Rollison, daughter of Anina and Richard Rollison, and I plan to attend a four-year university to major in cognitive neuroscience.
Good evening. I'm Armando Romero Jr., son of Armando Romero Sr. and Arcelia Serrato. I plan to attend Shenandoah University, major in chemistry, and eventually become a pharmacist.
Good evening. My name is Andre Ruffin. My parents are Jessica and Lavette Ruffin. I plan to go to ODU for business analytics.
Good evening. My name is Valerie Salgado. I am the daughter of Jerry Salgado and Priscilla Castillo, and I plan to go to Hampton University to pursue a degree in electrical engineering.
Hello, my name is Miami Sands, and I am the daughter of the inspirational Anique Sands and Samuel Sands. I plan to go to William & Mary for my degree in biology to eventually become a radiologist.
Good evening. My name is Maya Satchel, daughter of Marvin and Crystal Satchel. After high school, I plan to attend a four-year college and major in business.
Good evening. My name is Livia Sales. My parents are Melissa and Joe. I plan to go to Randolph-Macon for digital art and animation.
Good evening. My name is Elena Scoggins, daughter of Tanisha and Jesse Scoggins, and I plan to attend Virginia Commonwealth University to major in mass communication.
Good afternoon. My name is Jakari Scott. My parents is Jerry and Melissa Scott. I plan to attend Old Dominion University with a major in mechanical engineering with the intent of becoming a mechanical engineer.
Good evening. My name is Latiana Scott, and I'm the daughter of Geneva Brantley and Lawrence Scott. I plan to attend ODU to major in information technology.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marissa Seaburn. I'm the proud daughter of Carice Barnes and Brian Seaburn. After college, I will be attending Virginia Commonwealth University to major in biology while on a pre-med track.
Good evening. My name is Massey Sharp IV, son of Carlisa Russell and Massey Sharp III. After college, I plan on going to Hampton University to major in mechanical engineering.
Good evening. My name is Easton Shores. I'm the son of Diane Storm and James Shores, and I plan to attend the University of Virginia, major in biology, and pursue a career in clinical child psychology.
Good evening. My name is Diavian Simmons, the daughter of Chanel and Orlando Kearney, and I am going to go to Virginia Wesleyan University to major in business.
Good evening. My name is Victoria Simmons, daughter of Valerie Simmons and Kenyatta Simmons. My future plans are to attend Virginia State University to study biology and become an anesthesiologist.
Good evening. My name is Jaden Small. My parents are Tanya and Mark Small, and I plan on attending a welding apprenticeship.
Good evening. My name is Jordan Smith, daughter of Lemetria and Pernell Smith. I plan on attending Virginia Commonwealth University to study law and become an attorney.
Good evening. My name is Zachariah Smith, son of Shalonda Smith and Demetrius Cummins, and I plan to go to Johnson & Wales University to major in culinary arts.
Good evening. My name is Samaya Solomon, daughter of Yolanda and Patrick Solomon. For college, I plan to attend Virginia Commonwealth University to major in computer engineering with a minor in cybersecurity. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jaden Stewart, son of Shanita Stewart and Stanley Boone. I plan on attending Virginia Commonwealth University to major in biology, and I plan on becoming an orthopedic surgeon.
Good afternoon. My name is Brad Sylvia Jr., son of Brad Sylvia Sr. and Monica Branch, and I plan on going to Virginia Tech to major in computer science.
Good evening. My name is Jonte Thomas Jr., son of Jonte Thomas Sr. and Lanisha Swan. I plan to get a 4-year degree in photography and film.
My name is Angelina Thomas Wirtz, and my parent is Jakayla Wirtz, and I'm going to do 2 years in community college.
My name is Sean Waduji. My mother is Maureen Pius, and I'm planning on going to Radford University to study computer science database analysis and minor in cybersecurity.
Good evening. My name is Carla Vasquez. My dad's name is Carlos Vasquez, and my plans after high school is to study cosmetology. Thank you.
My name is Maya Walker, daughter of Shannon Walker and Jermaine Savage. My plan is to attend Hampton University to study accounting.
My name is Declan Wall. I'm going to go to trade school to do HVAC. I'm the son of James Wall and Kathleen Wall.
My name's Samaya Wilder. I'm the first daughter of Tamika Whitley and Solomon Wilder, and after I graduate, I'm going to attend the Navy in cybersecurity.
My name is Jackson Williams. I am the son of Douglas Williams and Dr. Danielle Williams. I plan to be going to Norfolk State University, and I will be majoring in computer sciences.
Hello, my name is Alea Wills, daughter of Sherelle Wills, and I plan on going to ODU for 4 years and major in fashion marketing and journalism.
Good evening, my name is Kayla Winston. I am the daughter of Dr. Virginia Bagley and Rodney Winston, and I will be attending Radford studying cybersecurity.
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Rittenberry. I am the daughter of Holly Rittenberry, and my plan after high school is to attend the University of North Carolina at Greensboro to major in music education.
Good evening. My name is Ariana Wynn. I am the daughter of Ashley and Kelvin Smith, and I plan to attend Virginia Commonwealth University to major in dental hygiene.
My name is Zadarius Wynn, and my parents are Jermaine and Wanda Wynn. And after high school, I plan to attend to North Carolina Central with a 4-hour scholarship to play football and major in electrical engineering.
Dr. Spruill, congrats to this graduating class. You guys, parents, look around. You guys packed the house. Give them a big round of applause.
Bulldogs.
Hey, real fast. Hey, all that hard work, this shows right here, it doesn't go unnoticed, you know? The late nights, putting in the extra work, you guys are the tip of the spear for your graduating class. And at this time, before we move on, I want to give the opportunity to each board member to give you guys words of congratulations. And I'm going to start with Board Member Riddick, if we can get him on the screen.
Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me well?
We got you.
Okay. First and foremost, I apologize that I couldn't be there in person. I'm out of town at the moment in a conference representing Suffolk City Public Schools. But I want to say congratulations to all future alumni of the prestigious and immaculate Kings Fork High School. I am so excited being an alumni of Kings Fork High School as well. And today marks a significant milestone in your life. Your hard work, your perseverance, and your dedication have brought you to this moment right here today. And as you prepare to walk across the stage and officially become fellow alumni of the prestigious Kings Fork High School, I hope that you all are taking time to enjoy each moment as you prepare for prom, as you prepare for your other key days as seniors. Please take plenty of pictures. But I also want you to do this two favors for me. Do these two favors for me. I want you to pause and tell those who mean something to you and who aided you in your quest to achieve your high school diploma, thank you. That could be a teacher, could be a bus driver, could be that advisor of the club, that coach, that friend, that person that you could count on to give you words of encouragement and push you further on. The second thing I want you all to do is to really just don't be in a rush to get grown, but enjoy these last couple of days. Make memories, take selfies, record these moments. If you got friends that you're close with, take pictures, because These are going to be some key stones that you're going to build on in your life. And I want you to be able to look back and reflect and say, I did it, and I got to tell everyone who helped me along the way, thank you, and you can pay it forward from a bulldog to another. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all at graduation. Take care.
Thank you for those words of encouragement, Mr. Riddick. I'm going to turn it over to Vice Chair Howell at this time.
Good evening. I will keep it brief because you guys have worked so hard, and I imagine you've taken in a lot of information. As Mr. Riddick said, pause and savor the moment because these years will fly. Congratulations, Bulldog community.
Board Member Fields.
Okay, I'd like to say to you, you've done the hard part. You've achieved a milestone. Savor the moment. You've spoken, you have a plan. You've spoken that plan into this atmosphere. Now just go out and implement it. Make sure that you have parents, you have relatives and supporters who are walking with you. You're not by yourself. You have greatness inside of you. Develop it. Be inspired. Develop your skills, use your talents to make your community better. And you're always welcome to come back home, to bring your talents back home to your city of Suffolk and to Suffolk Public Schools.
Board Member Jenkins.
Thank you. I just want you to know how proud we are of you. I know, just like Board Member Riddick said, don't forget to thank the people that helped you get this far. Everybody didn't catch the bus on time. You had to get somebody to bring you to school, and you had to get your parents to help you. I know the dog ate the homework and all that kind of stuff. But you, like she said, you did it, and you have your plans, and that's one of the biggest things, is to have a plan and a goal. And if something don't go exactly how you wrote it down, that's okay. Just keep on going. And you have a village. You see all the cheering that everyone did? That's for you. That's for you. We're proud of you. And don't forget, wherever you go, that you're a bulldog.
Thank you, Ms. Jenkins. Dr. Brittenham.
Thank you. First of all, I just want to tell you guys how incredibly proud I am as each of you walked up to this microphone and shared with us your accomplishment. You're here because you did the hard work. You made the grades, you sacrificed the time, and you are now just months away from walking across that stage. All of the different career paths, I am just thrilled for each of you and where you're going on your journey as you step into adulthood. I would be remiss to not have a conversation with the parents, because it is your parents that supported and loved you and helped get you to the place that you are today. Parents, amazing job, being able to cultivate these scholars, these young men and women that are getting ready to just take a step into adulthood. You guys invested well. 18 years you have invested in their lives, and look at who they are. Look at this part of this graduating class and all the potential that there is here. I am incredibly proud of each of you. Nice job. Well done.
Thank you. Board Member Slinglow.
So the moment I walked in tonight and I saw everyone here, from the time I got in the parking lot, I felt the energy, and I am so excited for you all. This is just a huge, huge milestone for you, as everybody else has said, so I don't have a whole lot new to say. But I want to tell you that, your life, you're heading in a direction, and you continue in the direction that you're going in, but there's going to be turns, and there's going to be changes that you may not expect. Always make the right decision, work hard, and hold your head high no matter wherever life takes you, because it will take you in different places. Do the best that you can and be proud of what you've done, because you've worked so hard to get here, and there are great things in store for you. And I see a diversity of many, many different skills and talents that are represented in this group. And I just want to congratulate all of you for putting your efforts in, for working hard, for getting to this end. And now I want you to turn around, and I want everyone to look at those that are sitting out here who supported you to get here, like everyone else has said. And we're going to give them a round of applause for helping you to get to the end. Congratulations, parents.
Awesome. Again, guys, thank you. Great job. 20 million in offers. That's a good number, you know. And they're still coming in. So awesome job. And Dr. Spruill, please let Mr. Bryant know and all your staff know. Thank you for everything you guys do daily to pour into our children. You guys are dismissed. Have a good night.
Excuse me, everyone. I have someone here that's probably need help. His mother is Melissa Scott. He's over here on the left side, sitting down on the first row.
Hey, we're going to take a 5-minute recess. That way folks can exit the building, and we'll start our business meeting in about 5 minutes. We're in recess.
If anyone is here for the public budget hearing, please come forward. If there are any speakers for the public budget hearing, please come forward. Thank you all for attending tonight. However, we would like to start our next meeting. So parents, if you can take pictures out in the hallway, that would be great, so we can start the next part of our meeting. Thank you. If there are any speakers here for the public budget meeting, please come forward. Speakers for this public budget meeting, please come forward.
All right, at this time, I call the next portion of our meeting in order. We have the public budget hearing. Do we have any speakers here tonight to speak on the budget? Being none, we're going to adjourn this portion of the meeting, and we're going to move into our regular meeting. At this time, I'm going to ask Board Member Dr. Brittenham, will she lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, we're going to recognize a moment of silence. Thank you. I'm going to ask Board Member Jenkins, will you please read the mission of Suffolk Public Schools?
The mission of Suffolk Public Schools is to produce 21st century learners that will become productive citizens in society, foster a dynamic, safe, and nurturing learning environment, partner with school community for the benefit of students and staff, strengthen the school division by employing a highly qualified and diverse staff, effectively and efficiently manage capital and human resources, effectively communicate to increase community investment.
Thank you. All right, next item is the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
Board Chair, I move that we approve the agenda with the addition of an info-only item to new business to discuss the use of Chromebooks in our elementary schools.
Second.
All right, motion on the floor is to approve the agenda with the addition of an info-only item to discuss the use of Chromebooks in elementary schools. Motion was made by Board Member Slingluff, seconded by Board Member Brittenham. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Chair McGee.
Go ahead, Mr. Riddick.
Is it of the essence of something that is time sensitive, or is it something that we could possibly put off to the next meeting? We do have a packed meeting already.
Mr. Riddick, say that last part. We do have a what?
Pretty much packed meeting already, as far as with all that has transpired and other things that got to come forth.
All right, I'll let Board Member Slingluff answer your question.
The only time sensitivity is just, first of all, I think it's a consideration with regards to the budget, but also for the fall. As we're planning for the fall, my hope would be that we would have a discussion tonight, a brief discussion, to consider whether the board is even open to entertaining the idea of removing Chromebooks for some of our youngest kids in our schools. And, but if we're open to that, opening it up to the public and scheduling a public hearing at one of our future meetings, perhaps the end of this month or in April, so that we can find out what the public thinks and hear from teachers and staff whether that is a viable option.
Thank you, Board Member Swingloff. Chair McGee, my concern is that it seems to be at every meeting, there's things being added as information, and then it's usually spearheads into another segue of something else. We have a policy in place on putting things on the agenda, and I know at the last meeting you advised that we reach out to each other prior to the meeting and have dialogue. I think this is something that could have been achieved by dialogue with other board members, but putting it on the agenda for something that I don't hear anyone in the community from my borough asking about limiting Chromebooks, I don't really see how that coincides a lot with our budget. So I'm ready to move forward and take my vote.
I appreciate that, Mr. Riddick. Does any other board member have any comments before we vote? Board Member Fields?
When we have these issues that we talk about, I like to have some heads up that we're going to talk about them. I do research it. I try to research and, so that I can make informed decisions and have input. And when they're added to the agenda in this fashion, it doesn't allow me that opportunity to do that.
Board Chair McGee.
Go ahead.
If I may speak. So just for clarity, it was 2 weeks ago today that there was a discussion about our budget. We had our budget meeting, and it was brought forward that Chromebooks are going to cost us $75 to $100 more for replacement. So there's an increase in cost in our budget for Chromebooks. So that, coupled with the idea that I've already toyed with my feelings with regards to kindergartners, first graders, second graders using Chromebooks in our schools, I was chewing on that. And then last week, there was an article that came out that many of you may have seen that Virginia Beach is pursuing removing Chromebooks from their schools for kindergarten through second grade. So I would have had more time to put it on the agenda if it was 16 days. Our policy says 16 days, but it was 2 weeks ago when we had our budget meeting that started the ball rolling for me, and then it was last week. So I apologize. I would have put it on the agenda had I been afforded a 16-day period where it was clicking with me. I will say, however, Board Chair McGee, if you are favorable to this, I am open to moving this off of this agenda if we can put it on to the agenda either at the end of this month or in April to afford the public a public hearing to discuss the use of Chromebooks for our early elementary education students. I'm happy to do that. I just wanted to start this discussion here to see if the board would be favorable to doing that, which is to have a public hearing to consider it.
I appreciate that. And just for transparency, just so everybody's aware, Board Member Slingleff called me this afternoon, and she made me aware that this is something she wanted to have added. And I called Dr. Gordon and gave him a heads up. And when I spoke with her, she wanted it to just be board dialogue, just so we can have open discussion, kind of like we had during the AI discussion. So I have no problem moving it to the 26th meeting. Are you good with that, Dr. Gordon? Yeah, I have no problem with that. So do you want to amend? Go ahead.
I concur moving it to the next meeting would be sufficient, but I want this to be raised for the record. This is one of my concerns. The same way communication was placed to you, as you advised at the last meeting, communication could have been placed to other board members, and we could have gauged this without really taking meeting time for it. But I just wanted that to be noted on the record, and I support moving it to the next agenda as well.
Thanks, Mr. Riddick. Board Member Slingleff, would you amend your motion?
Yes. If we are able to put it on the next meeting at the end of this month with a public hearing, then I will withdraw my motion.
All right. I still need a motion to approve the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda as is.
Second.
All right. I heard Karen down here, so move first. Can I get a second? All right, motion was made by Board Member Jenkins, seconded by Board Member Brittenham. Any discussion? Being none.
I'm sorry, I thought that was Ms. Slingleff and Brittingham.
I heard Ms. Jenkins first, yeah.
Okay.
So it was motion by Board Member Jenkins and seconded now by Dr. Brittenham. Okay. Any discussion?
Chair, I just got a point of clarification here. Are we moving the item far as a discussion at our next meeting? Because what Board Member Slinglove just stated, that we will be having a public hearing on the topic at our next meeting. And I want to make sure that I'm understanding what we're doing.
I'm going to move it to the next meeting under new business as information only. That way the public can speak on it prior to us having our discussion.
So it's going to be an agenda item as information, and if the public want to speak, they will speak on the agenda for early appearances, but that would not be an official public hearing. It would just be an opportunity for them to come to speak on topics as an agenda. I just want to make sure I'm clear on how we're moving as a board.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
All right, thank you.
Madam Clerk?
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins?
Yes.
Board Member Riddick?
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove?
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell?
Yes.
Board Chair McGee?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next item, we need action on our first closed meeting. Is there a motion? Madam Attorney Waller, am I good to come back to this, or we have? Yes, sir.
That's not.
Chair McGee, I move that the student be placed at Turlington Woods for the remainder of the year with mental health services provided by parent.
All right, motion on the floor made by Board Member Jenkins that the student be placed at Turlington Woods for the remainder of the year with mental health services provided.
Second.
Motion was seconded by Dr. Brittingham. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins?
Yes.
Board Member Riddick?
Abstain. I wasn't present for the closed session.
Board Member Slinglove?
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell?
Abstain. I was not present.
Board Chair McGee?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, moving on. Madam Clerk, we do not have any public speakers, correct?
There are no speakers, correct.
All right. At this time, I'm going to turn over the floor to Dr. Gordon so he can give the reports by the superintendent.
Thank you, Chair McGee. I'm going to call to the podium our Communications and Community Engagement Officer, Ms. Antoinette Dickens, to provide the good news report about Suffolk Public Schools being featured in Business View magazine, Kings Fork and Nansemond River speech teams reaching the regional tournament, our supply drive, Sister Cities Awards, the 17th annual CTE Professional Student Conference, Oakland Elementary School Beta Club being recognized at the National Beta Convention, the Lions Club International Screening, the LHS Beta Club representing at the State Beta Convention, 2 of our student athletes from Kings Fork High School winning state championships in the girls wrestling state meet. Then I will close out with a calendar of special events. Ms. Dickens?
Thank you, Dr. Gordon. Good evening, Board Chair, Madam Vice Chair, if she can still hear and see us, as well as those attending this evening. This evening, I'm pleased to share a piece of exciting news that highlights the continued progress and innovation taking place across Suffolk Public Schools. Our school division was featured in the January 2026 issue of Business View magazine. The article titled "Building a Student-First System for Workforce Readiness" showcases our division's commitment to preparing students for success both in the classroom and beyond graduation. The feature highlights several of the priorities that continue to guide our work as a school division forward. Being highlighted in a national publication is an extraordinary and meaningful recognition for SPS, and also underscores the vision and progress we've made as a division under the leadership of our superintendent, Dr. Gordon.
We're proud to see the work happening here being recognized on a national platform, and we look forward to continuing this great work highlighting our students. Students from Kings Fork High School and Nansemond River High School recently competed in the Virginia High School League's regional speech tournament, where they represented Suffolk Public Schools with excellence and earned several top placements. The Nansemond River High School speech team, coached by William Gay, is in its first year as a competitive team, making their accomplishments especially noteworthy. Several students received recognition and honors in original oratory, extemporaneous speaking, that's a word right there, humorous duo, and humorous solo. The Kings Fork High School speech team, coached by Peyton Henderson, is in its second year as a team and also delivered an outstanding performance. Students earned recognition and honors in dramatic interpretation and prose interpretation, which focuses on how well a student interprets and brings a written narrative to life through performance. Speech and debate programs are designed to help students develop critical skills in communication, research, public speaking, and confidence. These achievements highlight the talent of our students, and we congratulate them and their coaches for representing Suffolk Public Schools with excellence and for demonstrating the power of student voice. Last month, our school division hosted a community engagement event. Our Restock, Resource, Reconnect school supply drive and resource fair brought out an incredible turnout, as over 230 participants came out to refuel for the second semester. The event really was all about ensuring that every student has what they need to finish the year strong. A special thank you goes out to our participating departments. We had our Special Education Parent Resource Center present, representatives from our English Learners team, our Fine and Performing Arts team, our STEM Academy at Booker T. Washington Elementary, our Math and English departments, and many more. From donations received from Suffolk Businesswomen, the Virginia Commonwealth University Alumni Association, the Bridgeport Foundation, and several other community partners, we were able to give out a plethora of school supplies and book bags. A special shout out goes out to our Food and Nutrition Services team, led by Mr. James Riddick, for providing nachos and tacos for families to enjoy. That line was long the entire event. We are grateful to our family, staff, and community partners who took the time to participate and help support our students. Also last month at the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts, an evening celebrating creativity, innovation, and student voice was held, where our Suffolk Public Schools students were recognized at the Suffolk Sister Cities International Young Authors, Artists, and Musicians Awards. Across visual art, music, composition, and literature, our students demonstrated exceptional talent and storytelling that reflects the strength of arts education throughout the division. I'm especially proud to share that each of our high schools earned a Best in Show distinction, highlighting the depth of artistic excellence across Suffolk Public Schools. When I call your name, please join me at the podium to be recognized. From Nansemond River, we have Joshua Cameron, Best in Show for Literature, titled Engineering Hope. And his teacher, Miss Carol Cross, is here. She's not here. Okay. We also have from Lakeland High School Best in Show for Music, Eddie Oliver, titled Don't Get Lazy. And is Miss Mary Sensible here? His teacher is here as well, Miss Sensible. We'd like for her to get into the picture as well. And Ms. Naomi James, Best in Show for Art, for a piece titled Learning the Past from the Present for Our Future. Ms. Naomi James. And Ms. Sarah Patton, her teacher, is here, and she will accept her award. In addition to these highest honors, Suffolk students earn numerous placements across all participating schools and age divisions. We congratulate every student recognized for their outstanding work and to the educators who guide, mentor, and inspire them each day. These achievements reflect the excellence that defines Suffolk Public Schools' fine and performing arts. During the month of February, we proudly celebrated Career and Technical Education Month. Our school division hosted the 17th annual Career and Technical Education Professional Student Conference, bringing together 9th grade students from across SPS for a day dedicated to exploration, discovery, and future career planning. Throughout the conference, students participated in hands-on learning experiences and engaging sessions with industry professionals, allowing them to explore the wide range of career and technical education pathways available in our division. These interactions provided students with valuable insight into potential careers and helped them better understand how their interests and talents can connect to real-world opportunities. Events like this conference are an important part of how Suffolk Public Schools continues to invest in the future of our students. We are also proud to recognize the outstanding accomplishments of the Oakland Elementary School Beta Club members at the Virginia State Beta Convention. The Oakland Elementary School Beta Club was established last school year, and students have already demonstrated excellence, creativity, and leadership through their participation at the state level. Oakland is thrilled to share that small group performing arts team and Lance Anime Drawing earned advancement to the National Beta Convention in Nashville, where they will compete against students from across the United States. Additionally, several students who competed at the state convention will participate in national level exhibitions as well. This success reflects the dedication of both students and staff, and special appreciation is extended to Ms. Wolficle, Ms. Tysinger, Ms. Fenneman, and Ms. Tice for their support and commitment to student growth through the Beta Club at Oakland. Suffolk Public Schools has been partnering with several local chapters of the Lions Club International in recent years to assist with completing state-mandated vision and hearing screenings for students in kindergarten, 3rd, 7th, and 10th grade. This year, about 10 to 15 trained volunteers from Suffolk, Windsor, and the Smithfield Lions Club chapters supported 21 site events, contributing a combined total of 83 screening hours and successfully screening 3,610 students across the division. As a result of these screenings, potential vision and hearing concerns were identified early, and referrals were made for medical follow-up to families and students in an effort to connect them with community resources that can support their health and learning. We would like to extend our sincere thanks to the dedicated Lions Club volunteers who generously give their time and expertise to support our students. Their continued partnership helps ensure that our students are healthy, supported, and ready to succeed in the classroom. Would Mr. Charles and Sharice Britt please come to the podium to be recognized? I'm also proud to share an exciting achievement from students at Lakeland High School, whose Beta Club recently also made history at the Virginia State Beta Convention. This marked only the second time Lakeland High School has attended the state convention, and they arrived in a big way, bringing 68 students. They had the largest group at the convention. Their hard work and preparation paid off as the team earned 12 total awards, including an impressive 4 champion titles, along with several second and third place finishes. We're also especially proud to recognize Tabian Ali. Thank you. Tabian Ali, who ran for and was elected Virginia State Vice President-elect of the National Beta Club. In this role, Tabian will represent Suffolk Public Schools and students across the Commonwealth at the state level. Would you please join me at the podium to be recognized? And lastly, I'm excited to share a remarkable athletic achievement from Kings Fork High School. Students Hayden Mayo and Akila Gray recently earned state titles at the Virginia Girls Wrestling State Championship in their respective weight classes. With these victories, Kings Fork High School proudly brings home 2 state champions, and Hayden and Akila now become the second and third girls wrestling state champions in both the school's history and in the history of the city of Suffolk. Let's just clap for that. Their accomplishments reflect the dedication, perseverance, and competitive spirit that our student athletes demonstrate both on and off the mat. Achievements like these not only highlight the strength of our athletic programs, but also serve as an inspiration to young students across our division. Their coaches are also here tonight to support them. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dickens, for that outstanding good news report. Lots of recognitions that we have going by. Before I get into the calendar of special events, I did once again want to give a special shout out to our Kings Fork High School honor graduates. 174, 125 were in attendance today. $18.5 million in scholarships, which I think right now is going to be pretty close to the all-time high for Kings Fork High School. Can't wait to see what Lakeland High School and Nansemond River do. One of the things I did want to mention to the board and to our school community is we have some hot news directly from the General Assembly, where they recently, as of yesterday evening, did adopt the bonus of $1,500 for full-time employees. The total cost is right around $3.2 million. I'm giving the board these figures to give them some things to think about for some discussions later on. The total cost was $3.2 million. They appropriated, as of right now, approximately $1.6 million, which means that SPS will be responsible for coming up with the additional $1.6 million to make sure that all full-time employees have this opportunity. It would also cost us an additional $200,000 if we decide, as we've done in the past, to provide a bonus for our numerous long-term subs and priority subs. I will send you this information again tomorrow morning, but because of this discussion today, I wanted to make sure that you all had this information tonight. For the calendar of special events, March, once again, is Youth Art, Women's History, Music in Our Schools, and Nutrition Month. This is currently Educational Diagnosticians Week, our second board meeting. We'll be having some additional items related to the budget. Will be on March 26th. The next day, that Friday, March 27th, is the end of the third grading period, and the fourth grading period officially begins on March 30th. As we transition into April, School Library Month, Parent-Teacher Conference will be April 3rd. Spring break will be April 6th to the 10th. Purple Up Day for Military Child Recognition will be April 15th. We're going to ask for all of our school board members to make sure they wear purple on that first school board meeting. National Administrative Professionals Day. The week itself is the 19th to the 25th, which is also the same week for public school volunteers and National Youth Violence. The National Administrative Professionals Day itself is the 22nd, which is also the same as Earth Day. And our National School Bus Driver Appreciation Day will be April 28th. As a reminder, our first monthly meeting will be on April 16th, and our second school board meeting will be on April 30th. That concludes the report from the Superintendent, Chair McGee.
Thank you for that, Dr. Gordon. Great job, Ms. Dickens. So much talent, so many, I like when I hear breaking records. That's real good, setting records, man, so congrats. All right, moving on. Next thing we have is consent agenda. Is there a motion?
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All right, motion was made by Board Member Slinglove, seconded by Dr. Brittenham. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins?
Yes.
Board Member Riddick?
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove?
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell?
Yes.
Board Chair McGee?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, moving to unfinished business. Item 1, creating an onboarding handbook for new school board members. This was discussed at our last meeting. I'm going to go ahead and appoint a committee, I believe, this evening. I think that's what the discussion was last go around. So what I would like to see, and I'm going to ask, I would like to see some senior members, on this committee that have been on the board for a while. Your years of experience, I think would be valuable to building a handbook. And I would also like to see some of our younger members on this committee. So, being myself, that we can voice some of the concerns we've had just being new members to the board. So with that being said, are there any volunteers to step up and help create this handbook?
I would like to.
All right, so I have Board Member Jenkins, Board Member Fields.
I don't mind helping. I guess I fall under senior.
And I have Vice Chair Howell. So that's going to be the committee. Is that something we have to vote on, or can I just appoint it? Attorney Waller.
Well, I think that since you've named them here tonight, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and take the vote.
Okay. So right now we have Vice Chair Howell, Board Member Jenkins, and Board Member Fields, who would be a three-team committee that will work on creating an onboarding handbook for all new school board members here in Suffolk. Is there a motion?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
And what's the deadline? Is it for the next election when we bring them on?
I would say, let's set a deadline, maybe to bring it back by our first meeting in November. Well, I take that back. Let's look at October, our first meeting in October. That way we can have a buffer if there's any changes the board wants to make before we vote on it, maybe for final adoption no later than December. How's that sound? And if you guys think you can get it finished before that, then we can bring it to the board earlier. But I want to give you guys ample time to work on this and create a product that you think would be, centric to just SPS and us, our board.
I think November would be best because they will not even receive it until January.
Say that again.
I said I think November would be best to give us more time because they won't even receive it probably until January. But whoever wins, that's when we, swear everybody in.
Okay. Anybody else? Board Member Riddick, did you have something to say?
Yes, I actually recommend that a sooner date. I was thinking along the lines of September. That gives you ample time to research and see what other districts have, to have dialogue with staff and go through each board member and combine recommendations or opinions and put it together. It gives us a full month without a week holiday to have dialogue or suggest changes versus having it due in October. The following month, you're out for a full week. And if you do it in November, you're out for a full week. So if the board does not receive the document or send it back for any reasons, you're not giving yourself ample time to make those revisions before the new board or whomever are to come on. So my recommendation, Chair McGee, is that the deadline, far as the latest this handbook can be turned in, would be the first meeting in September.
Thank you, Mr. Riddick, for that feedback. And this, Board Member Slingleff?
Yes, I agree with Board Member Riddick. I believe that September at the latest. I mean, I'm almost wondering if July, August, there's some time in there where we have a little bit of a lull. That might be another opportunity to consider. And I'm happy to be an alternate or to fill in any way on this committee as well.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right, Ms. Jenkins, I know you said November, Mr. Riddick, and Board Member Slingleff, you guys said September.
Board Chair McGee.
Go ahead, Vice Chair.
If I may, from my vantage point, while we may have a lull in board meetings and activity over the summer, I know personally, and for another board member or two, because of that lull, that's when we plan time with our families. So I think September is a reasonable compromise versus July, August, or November.
All right, thank you for that. Any further discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion. I'm going to need a motion for the appointment of the 3 names that were named.
I move to approve the onboarding handbook committee with Board Member Jenkins, Board Member Fields, and Vice Chair Howell to be set forth to establish an onboarding handbook.
Second.
All right, motion was made by Vice Chair Howell, seconded by Board Member Jenkins. Any discussion? Oh, sorry. Seconded by Board Member Fields. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins?
Yes.
Board Member Riddick?
Yes.
Board Member Slingleff?
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell?
Yes.
Board Chair McGee?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, moving to item number 2, ordinance 25/26-75. Is there a motion or any discussion on that item?
I'd like to make a motion.
All right, you have the floor.
I'd like to move that we remove and nullify Chapter 2, Article 2, Section 2-2.6:1, entitled Aspiration Statements, School Board Norms, Protocols, filing complaints and consequences for violations from our board policy.
Second.
Can you repeat that motion? I'm sorry.
Sure. I move that we remove and nullify Chapter 2, Article 2, Section 2-2.6:1, aspiration statements and school board norms and protocol from our board policies.
All right, motion on the floor is to remove and nullify ordinance, policy chapter 2, article 2, section 2-2.6:1 from our board policy. Motion was made by Dr. Brittenham, seconded by board member Slinglove. Is there
Chair
any
McGee.
discussion? Go ahead, Mr. Riddick.
I wish we was under Robert Rules call. I would call a point of order here. That's not what's before us. What's before us is, do we accept the changes based on the recommendations from the Policy Review Committee? Not striking parts that were not amended or changed to. That item should be, in my opinion, and I'm not the attorney, but in my parliamentarian opinion, I would say that that needs to be sent back to the Policy Review Committee, and then they can provide a recommendation to the board as to whether we nullify that part of the policy or not. Because the reason it's before us today is the parts that are underlined in the policy, of which none of the motion points that was pointed out are underlined, highlighted, or all the above.
Thank you for that concern, Mr. Riddick. Attorney Waller, does our policy prevent the motion on the floor, or do you have any advice?
I think that Board Member Riddick is correct. Under your policies, it has to go before the policy review. So even if you wanted to eliminate a policy, it must first be considered by the policy review as a recommendation from the board, and then the policy review committee can discuss that, and then they can come forward with the recommendation.
Thank you, Attorney Waller. Dr. Brittenham.
I will amend my motion to send this policy back to policy review to consider the repeal and nullification of Chapter 2, Article 2, Section 2-2.6:1 of Board Norms and Protocols.
Second.
All right, new motion on the floor. Dr. Brittenham, she repealed her first initial motion and has set to have this sent back, this policy sent back to policy review to have it considered for removal and nullification from our policy manual, seconded by Board Member Slinglove. Is there any discussion now with this new motion?
I have one question.
Go ahead, Board Member.
Can I ask what's the reason for removing this? You wanted to remove it?
Dr. Brittenham.
I believe that it is an ineffective policy. We don't follow it. We don't do what's inside of it. We are currently looking at a code of ethics as well. I don't necessarily agree with the code of ethics that's coming forward because it's been merged with VSBA, but that's a separate conversation at this point. If we're not going to follow our policy, we need to remove it. Thank you.
Board Chair McGee.
Go ahead, Vice Chair.
I can't speak for Board Member Jenkins' reasonings. I'm willing to send this back to policy review, as I said last month. I think there's so much paperwork that it doesn't do anything. What I would like to say, and this is borrow from Dr. Bach when she was on the board, you can't legislate morality, ethics, and professionalism, and that has proven to be the case over my 4.5 years on the board. So what I would like to do, though, if this is, I guess I'm just stating this publicly for the PRC in case this does get passed, I would like to see the part of the policy that's being added that speaks to what it takes to require a report for of the board clerk, the superintendent, and the attorney. I would like to see that protected or somehow put in its own policy. And that's just me going on record for the PRC, assuming this motion goes forward.
Thank you, Vice Chair Howell, for sharing that with the board.
Chair McGee.
Go ahead, Mr. Riddick.
There is one point that I would like to direct the board's attention to, subsection B, section 2, that latter part of the sentence where it says board members are permitted to speak with the media without having to first indicate that they're expressing their own point of view. I would ask that the Policy Review Committee also, if board members Brittingham and Slingloff could amend their motion, look at that statement there as well, because I believe that is a segue to increasing our probability of putting out misinformation if board members can just speak on their personal behalf without differentiating if they're speaking on behalf of the board or on behalf of themselves.
Appreciate that, Mr. Riddick. Attorney Waller, would that need a amendment on the motion, or can that just be in consideration? The two suggestions made by Vice Chair Howell and Board Member Riddick for PRC.
I don't believe that it's required to be a part of the motion, in that the policy itself is going back to policy review, and policy review can consider all of the comments made here this evening.
Thank you for that, Mr. Waller.
Board Chair McGee, may I ask, as has been done historically, that Board Chair Riddick and Vice Chair Howell submit an email to the PRC with their specific requests regarding this policy?
Yes, ma'am, I have no problem with that. Are there any other comments or discussion before we vote on the motion on the floor?
I just wonder if we're saying that we're going to send this back to PRC to redo some of the policies that are in here?
Yes, ma'am. The original motion was to remove, or excuse me, the motion right now is to remove and nullify this policy, the board's norms and protocol.
Well, if we remove and nullify this policy, are we thinking of combining it or putting these, combining it with any other type policy?
Yes, ma'am. I believe, you know, hearing Vice Chair Howell and Mr. Riddick, there are things in here that they want to see protected. And I know we have for first read tonight the board code of conduct. And I think the overall plan is to try to combine something with the board code of conduct. But there is also discussion on the floor right now to get rid of parts of this policy because a lot of board members find it ineffective.
Okay, so are we saying that it's going to go back to PRC so that we can consider combining it with a policy of code of conduct?
So what I think is going to happen, if a board member has recommendations on things they want to see continued with this policy, they need to send an email to PRC. PRC is going to be looking at removing, the consideration is to remove and nullify this entire policy. But the PRC will consider, you know, recommendations from other board members. And then that decision PRC makes will be sent back out here at our next public meeting, once that's looked at by the policy committee.
Because it sounds like, what it sounds like is Vice Chair Howell and Board Member Riddick will be rewriting the policy. Is that what's going to happen? And then they're going to submit it to policy review?
Chair McGee.
Go ahead.
I understand why it's confusion. It's because we have members who are trying to rewrite policy on the dime, and that's not how it's supposed to function. I am not asking for anyone to eliminate anything, and I don't believe that's what Vice Chair Howell was asking either. The two board members that was asking to eliminate was Board Members Brittingham and Board Member Slingloff, and they were only asking to eliminate 2-2, the section that Board Member Brittingham stated. Vice Chair Howell wanted to figure out a way that we can protect the request being asked of the clerk, the attorney, as well as the superintendent, whether it's its own policy or we protect it in this policy. There was no dialogue about merging this and the code of ethics. I believe, based off the conversations I heard thus far, that if people don't believe that folks would follow this policy, I don't think they will follow a ethical policy either. My point that I asked the Policy Review Committee to look at, it was to protect Suffolk City Public Schools and our messaging to keep us on a unified message. In the policy, as you read it in subsection B, section 2, if you get to the ending part of that first of section 2 paragraph, it gives board members permission to speak with the media and the public without having to first indicate they are expressing their own point of view, which could be dangerous when you have board members who don't want to do what the will of the board is, and they're speaking and they're not saying that this is the opinion of myself, but they're speaking as if they have the authority of the school board, and they don't. So that's what I was sending it back for. So the Policy Review Committee can look at that piece and see whether it needs changing or not. I'm not telling you what to do or what not to do. I'm just saying, hey, here's an area that I want you all to look at. So that's the only assignments that's coming to the Policy Review Committee based off of what has been motioned on the floor thus far.
Thank you, Mr. Reddick. If there are no further discussions or comments, are we ready to vote?
I'm still not clear on what I'm voting on.
Okay.
All voting for. We're saying, could
We can
I get
reread
a
the motion, yes, ma'am. Madam Clerk?
The motion was made by Dr. Brittingham and second by Board Member Slinglove to send the policy back to the PRC to consider removal and nullification of this policy.
So the vote right now is to send the policy, this entire 2-2.6:1 back to PRC for consideration of removal and nullification. That's the only thing we're voting on, is for this to go back to PRC.
But the policy doesn't just address board members' ethics or.
Right, and I think that's what we're gonna do in PRC. The members of the policy committee will discuss these issues, what we wanna keep or what we might consider getting rid of. It's gonna be a discussion at the PRC, and then whatever is voted on there, we'll bring back before the board to see what the will of the board is. Any other further discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk, we're ready to vote.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins?
Yes.
Board Member Riddick?
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove?
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell?
Yes.
Board Chair McGee?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, under unfinished business, I'm looking, we have items 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm good with merging them all together for one vote, unless one board member or any board members want to take them out and discuss them. I'll entertain that.
Board Chair McGee, I move that we approve Ordinance 2526-76 in conjunction with 2526-77, 25/26-78, and 25/26-79, all in one lump.
Second.
All right, motion was made by Board Member Slinglove to approve ordinances items 3 through 6 in one motion, seconded by Board Member Dr. Brittingham. Is there any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk?
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins?
Yes.
Board Member Riddick?
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove?
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell?
Yes.
Board Chair McGee?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, moving to new business. Item 1, audio video equipment recommendations for school board meetings. Guys, this right here is for our meetings here at Kings Ford. we need to make some purchases to keep it running. And Dr. Gordon, if there's anything you want to add to that, please do so.
Thank you, Chair McGee. Just as a quick recap, that was actually presented to you by Mr. Littlefield, our Director of Technology, on February 5th. For main hardware, for Black Magic items, as well as Allen and Heath CQ, an estimated project total of $4,311.35.
I appreciate that. Do we have a motion?
Board Chair, I move to approve the purchase.
All right.
Second.
I second.
All right. Motion was made by Vice Chair Howell to approve it, seconded by Board Member Riddick. Is there discussion?
Yes, Chair McGee.
Go ahead.
Regarding this proposed expenditure, is it probable that we can ask Dr. Gordon and his team to explore technology that we can use where we can get rid of roll call voting and we can vote at once? We're having a meeting at City Council chambers and we have to do roll call vote, which is Stone Ages when City Council has the technology where they can press a button and everybody vote at once. It allowed our citizens to see us vote independently versus the way we do roll call vote where it's kind of, people don't know what they're voting on and sometimes they piggyback off of each other. And also, while they're looking at this technology, let's look for any other types of upgrades or things that we need to do to overall enhance our department. I remember a couple of years ago, we had to buy, 2 years ago at the latest, last year, we had to buy new cameras and stands for our meetings. So if we could just get an overall expense of what would it take for us to run our own meetings at our own site going forward, so we can strategically budget this stuff so we can move forward versus, as things come or as things broke, we get a report. I want us to be ahead of the curve.
I appreciate that, Mr. Riddick. Dr. Gordon.
Thank you, Mr. Riddick, and this suggestion is valid for when we are here at Kings Fork Middle School. We do have the ability for the electronic voting at City Hall. As you know, they have actually changed the system, I believe, twice in the last X number of months, but we can take a look at how much it would be to have electronic voting, which would be an additional purchase, but to have electronic voting when we have to have our meetings here at Kings Fork Middle School, we can definitely do that research.
Thank you, Dr. Gordon. Any other discussion before we move on? Dr. Brittenham?
Yes, thank you. One of the caveats to this is that, yes, indeed, we really do need to replace all of these things. I had a conversation with Mr. Littlefield briefly when I came in tonight, but in reference to the presentation that he made, all of this equipment definitely needs to be replaced. My bigger concern for our staff still is this. It is a full day to set up here and a full day to take down. At City Hall, our staff shows up 30 minutes before our meeting. They turn everything on. They don't have to they don't have to set anything up, not to the extent that we're setting up here, and they don't have to break anything down. So my big concern for the staff that help us with our meeting is doing the things that we need to do for them that makes their life a little bit easier, because they're taking a whole day out of their regular routine to set us up and another whole day to break us down, and that's valuable time taken away from what they would normally do. I am a huge proponent of staying at City Hall for that reason alone, is that it just takes the burden off of the staff's shoulder for having to prepare for our meetings. And until we can build our own facility where we could have similar technology that is given to us at City Hall, I want to lean towards, making things as easy as possible for the staff. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Brittenham. Dr. Gordon?
Yes, thank you for that, Dr. Brittingham. So this is where we will need some assistance from our board members. Dr. Brittingham is correct, where it's a 3-day process when you include the meeting itself in order to be able to set up here at Kings Fork Middle School. The support that we will need from board members is to have conversations with their respective counterparts on city council as to the use of city council chambers. As we know, city council should have precedence, and then, in my opinion, the school board should be the number 2 organization to use that. But in all of the communications that Ms. Gardner has had and working with the clerk for council, there are a lot of other different committees and commissions that are using city council chambers, which is the reason why we've had to move to Kings Fork Middle School. Now, one caveat with that is, I think as we saw tonight, we will always probably have to be at Kings Fork Middle School when we have honor graduates, just because of the families and the size of the auditorium as compared to chambers itself. But if we could have our school board members have conversations with our city council members to really lobby and ask for their support in opening up that 4th Thursday of the month for school board meetings, I think that will accomplish the goal, and it will also preserve the lifespan of the equipment that the board has just motioned to purchase.
Thanks for that, Dr. Gordon. If there's no other discussion, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham.
Yes.
Board Member Fields.
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins.
Yes.
Board Member Riddick.
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove.
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell.
Yes.
Board Chair McGee.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, item 2, payment of bills and payroll. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Board Member Riddick, seconded by Vice Chair Howell. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham.
No.
Board Member Fields.
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins.
Yes.
Board Member Riddick.
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove.
No.
Vice Chair Howell.
Yes.
Board Chair McGee.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, item 3 is a resolution 25/26-16. Go ahead, Dr. Gordon.
Thank you, Chair McGee. I just want to alert the board as a reminder that this Gym 4 resolution, this money it's for this project, is a part of the capital improvement funds with the city. Just want to make that clear.
Thank you for that. I'll entertain a motion or discussion.
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion was made by Board Member Jenkins, seconded by Dr. Brittingham. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham.
Yes.
Board Member Fields.
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins.
Yes.
Board Member Riddick.
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove.
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell.
Yes.
Board Chair McGee.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, moving on to item number 4, resolution 25/26-17.
Chair McGee, I move that we approve Resolution 25-26/26-17.
Second.
All right, motion was made by Dr. Brittingham, seconded by Board Member Slinglove. Is there any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham.
Yes.
Board Member Fields.
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins.
Yes.
Board Member Riddick.
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove.
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell.
Yes.
Board Chair McGee.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, moving on to item 5, resolution 25/26-18. Is there a motion or discussion?
I move that we approve Resolution 25/26-18.
Second.
All right, motion was made by Dr. Brittingham, seconded by Board Member Slinglove. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham.
Yes.
Board Member Fields.
No.
Board Member Jenkins.
No.
Board Member Riddick.
No.
Board Member Slinglove.
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell.
Yes.
Board Chair McGee.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, item 6, resolution 25/26-19.
I move that we approve Resolution 25/26-19.
Second.
All right, motion was made by Board Member Brittenham, seconded by Board Member Slingluff. Is there any discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead. Ms. Fields, go ahead. You have the floor first, and then I'll get to you, Mr. Riddick.
Before I take the vote on this particular resolution, I'd like to say that I'm as passionate as any of my fellow board members about maintaining public trust, gaining and maintaining public trust and transparency in our division. However, I'm unable to support conducting a forensic audit because the funds that would be required for the audit and the funds that we are in need of to cover the cost of end of the year priorities are the same funds. Money is not unlimited. We are estimating that there will be almost $2 million in surplus monies. But we have a list of end of the year priorities here that total $20 million. As Dr. Gordon mentioned before, the General Assembly has awarded or recommended the $1,500 bonus to all staff, and the cost to this division is going to be $1.6 million. That right there covers the amount of our estimated surplus. There are other priorities on this list that involve safety, that involve sinkholes and paving our property. It involves replacing buses, all types of things that total $20 million, almost $20 million. So to use funding $104,000 for a forensic audit that has no relevance to where we're headed, in my opinion, is fiscally irresponsible. So I cannot support the conducting of a forensic audit, and I'm asking the board to reconsider the notion, the whole idea of maintaining, getting a forensic audit. I know that those were campaign promises that some of you made, and that's why it's being pushed so rigorously. But perhaps the community can understand in this day and time that funding is limited. And the funds that we would use for the audit could be used to better serve this district.
Thank you, Board Member Fields. Is there any other discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead, Mr. Riddick.
I kind of echo some of the same sentiments of Board Member Fields. I'm going to ask board members to reach beyond your campaign promises, but also look at another campaign promise that you promised as well, and that was safety. $100,000 is enough to put some fencing around some of our playgrounds at our elementary schools, but also being financially responsible. Look behind you at the holes in the curtains that's on the wall. This is stuff that we need to handle. I don't think you all may understand or have this at the tip of your mind here that in order to make Northern Shores happen, we had to move preventative maintenance money. And we were able to get away with, that because we had federal funding that kind of helped us out. Those funds are not here anymore. So to take surplus funds at the end of the year, when that could be money used towards bonus for staff that I heard everybody talk about, to their citizens that you want to do bonuses. That's 100,000 of, I believe Dr. Gordon said, the 250,000 that was needed that we could use. I know it appears some people are minds made up, but for the record, I just want to say using $104,000 of year-end funds of a school division who have grave needs in every borough of this city, where that $104,000 could be used, is just not right. It's not putting students first. It is putting your personal promises first, and it has nothing to do with student achievement. But as you saw through our good news reports, our fine arts programs are doing well. And if you could just look behind you at the holes that are behind you in the curtain on the stage from Dry Rotten, I think that would be a better place to put our money than to satisfy a wish list of 20 people. And that's all I have to say on the matter. Thank you, Chair McGee.
I appreciate the comments, Mr. Riddick.
I have one quick
Go
thing
ahead,
to say.
Board Member Jenkins.
Thank you. I agree with Board Member Fields and Board Member Riddick, but I just also want to point out that we have board members who never vote yes for our budget or to pay bills, and I just think it's a two-sided thing when you want to create a bill that's really not necessary right now when we are restrained with funds. So I agree with them, and my vote is still going to be no.
Thank you, Board Member Jenkins, for sharing that with the board. Are there any other board members? Being done, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
No.
Board Member Jenkins?
No.
Board Member Riddick?
No.
Board Member Slinglove?
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell?
Yes.
Board Chair McGee?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, item 7, Resolution 25/26-20.
Chair McGee, I move that we approve Resolution 25/26-20.
Second.
All right, motion was made by Dr. Brittingham, seconded by Board Member Fields. Is there any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins?
Yes.
Board Member Riddick?
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove?
Yes.
Vice Chair Howell?
Yes.
Board Chair McGee?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, moving on to item 8, I'm going to turn the floor over to Dr. Gordon for the facility study update.
Thank you, Chair McGee. I'm going to call to the podium our Director of Facilities, Maintenance, and Planning, Mr. Terry Napier, who's going to provide his last facilities study update to us. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're going to see in this facility study update is going to be a recap of the 2021 Cooperative Strategies Facility Study. There have been several discussions about this between us and the city, both at the joint meeting as well as at the Education Committee meetings, as well as things that have been mentioned tonight that are actually driving many of our year-end purchases. You will see that we have actually followed the recommendations from the facility study. Mr. Napier will provide some financial backing, as well as show you all a detailed list for the schools that actually had high facilities condition indexes and the work that has been done. At this time, I will turn it over to Mr. Napier.
Thank you, Dr. Gordon. Good evening, board members. Before we get into what we're going to discuss this evening, let me give you just, for those of you that weren't here at the time that this took place, let me give you a quick review. The facility study was conducted by RRMM Architects in partnership with Cooperative Strategies. That study began in 2019. It concluded in 2021, and it covered 4 general categories, those being demographic analysis, facility condition assessments, facility options recommendations, and the 4th category was school capacity and cost methodology related to the city's UDO. The final documents totaled 3,628 pages. I have read them all. I hope that none of you have. But there was a lot of information in there, and not all of it related to facility assessments. So I think it's important to remember that was a big study, and there was a lot in there. So let's move on. I hope this works. Oh, good. So let's start with facility condition index. We've talked a lot about that over the years, and basically the facility condition index is a value that's calculated by taking the total deferred maintenance costs, which were determined by RRM architects and their partners, and dividing that by the total current school replacement costs, which they knew going into the study, and you come up with a numerical value. Those are scored with 5 categories, with excellent being 0 to 5%, good being 5.1 to 10, fair is 10.1 to 25%, poor is 25.1 to 50, and very poor is anything over 50%. The FCI uses, there's basically 2. You use it to compare buildings to other buildings, which is what we did with our study, or you can use it to compare a building to itself over the course of time. I doubt that we would ever be able to afford to do that, but there are some organizations that do. But that's really the only 2 things that it's ever used for. So we're going to look at elementary, middle, and high. We're going to focus on the highest FCI schools, and then I'm going to show you some of the things that have been performed since, actually it's since early on in the study in 2019, because we were getting this information before the final report came out, so we started some of these projects before they ever issued the final report in 2021. The 3 schools that were not included, Southwestern Elementary, Fred Cherry Middle School, Florence Bowser Elementary. At the time, it was determined that those schools were young enough that there was no value including them in the study, and it also saved us a little bit of money. So, elementary schools. You can see that the FCIs range from 2.2 at Hill Point all the way to 31.71 for Elephants Fork Elementary. This is really not surprising to see this. You've got younger schools here, you've got older schools here, and that's the difference in these scores. So Hill Point scored excellent. Elephants Fork scored poor, but so did Kilby Shores and Anselman Parkway. Mac Bend, Oakland, Booker T, Creekside, those were all fair, and Northern Shores was in the good category. Elephants Fork is highlighted there because it is the next school on the CIP that has been funded, so we will be moving forward with that replacement building very soon. So at this point, Elephants Fork's kind of out of the equation as far as this study is concerned. Middle schools range from 4 all the way to 38, with Kings Fork Middle School being excellent. John F. Kennedy is poor, John Yates, Forest Glen, all poor, but all 3 of those schools were built in 1964, so those numbers are not surprising either. John F. Kennedy, I can tell you that in 3 months, that building will be ready for business. We are going to move the office staff out of the old JFK during June, hopefully, and move them into their new office in the new building. The front parking lot will not be finished. We do have a temporary parking lot that we constructed on the Parks and Recreation baseball field that was left in the back of the building. They will be using that until we can demolish the current JFK, and at that location will be the new parking lot, a retention pond, and we have to put in a football field and a softball field off to the side of that. So we're very close to having that building complete. Just another part of that, the IT building was a part of that. They have been in that for a number of months now. And the annex building there that will be occupied by CSEP is also 100% complete, and they will start moving in on June the 5th. High schools range from 5.4 at Kings Fork, which is excellent, to 8.2 at Lakeland and 10.7 at Nansemond River. I think those, given the age of Lakeland and Nansemond River, I think those are very good scores, which is a tribute to the maintenance that not only my staff has done, but those before us, somebody was maintaining that building. Those buildings are old, and to get scores like that, that's a good thing. That reflects good on all of us. So, schools with the highest FCIs, beginning with MacBen. And MacBen's a little bit younger than the rest of these schools, and I can tell you that MacBen's problems related to roofing issues. We had to close wings at times there. It got to be so bad. But that, it's not going to show up in here, but that situation has been remedied. They no longer have those issues. But these are the 7 schools with the highest FCIs, with Forest Glen and John Yates being at 38, JFK at 34, Elephants Fork at 32, and then Kilby Shores and Nansemond, 25, 26, and then MacBen at 20. So even though JFK did not have the highest facility condition index, it was a little bit lower actually than Forest Glen and John Yates. But there were issues that we were having at John F. Kennedy that we weren't having at the other 2 schools. I think that's the primary reason that the board decided to move JFK ahead of those 2 buildings on the CIP. I think that was a smart decision. Now that that building's about ready to be open, that's saving the school division in excess of $3 million by not having to put HVAC equipment on the old building. The flooding problem that they had for decades there, that has gone away. The new JFK, just so you know, that site and that school sits about 4 feet higher than the old school. You can stand at the front door of JFK and you can see the rooftop of the old JFK. So they've moved everything up. There's not going to be any of these problems that we've had in the past. So we're pretty excited about that. Elephants Fork, as you know, they have 12 mobile classrooms there. Their core facilities are certainly way too small for the population that they have. So I'm glad that we're about to get started on that one. So maintenance updates, and I apologize, these are lists, and I don't know a better way to do it than just read the lists. These are some of the things that we've done during the facility study and after the facility study. This is certainly not an all-inclusive list. There were others. We just wanted to give you a feel of what has taken place in relation to the facility study itself. So Forest Glen Middle School, we've replaced the entire mechanical system there. IT has replaced intercom, clock, and bell systems. Hot water in the restrooms there. That school was built without hot water. We installed that actually at the end of the facility study before we even got the final report. We've upgraded the lighting in that building with all LED, all of it. Interior signage was changed out at Forest Glen. Unsecured panels, improper storage. This was done in conjunction with our fire marshals. We threw that in there just to show that we do cooperate and work with our fire partners, our people at the city, our building officials. They do help us with this stuff, and we do try to work with them. And our relationship, I'm proud to say, has gotten very good with the fire marshal's office in the last year and a half. So we do a lot of collaborative things with our fire marshals at this point. Drinking fountains, we put drinking fountains in with bottle fillers. That was all part of COVID, but that was done at the end and just after the facility study was complete. John Yates, storefront doors were new. Again, intercoms and bells. Hot water in those restrooms also interior lighting upgrades. We had some stormwater issues in the back of that building that were taken care of. Same thing with the fire marshal and unsecured panel. And what that is, that's electrical panels. And some of the old panels, they had doors on them, but they couldn't be secured. They weren't locked. There were things piled in front of them that schools would store in there. And I don't blame schools. There's not enough storage in any school building anyway. And I was guilty of it when I was a principal as well. You know, you use whatever space is available to you. But we do fuss at them a lot about that. Again, drinking fountains And then we had some walkway problems over there. We brought in a company that we have hired, and they actually shave off sidewalks to make them leveled again where they've shifted over the years. So all of that's been done at John Yates. Kilby Shores, we replaced the entire HVAC system there and went with rooftop units and individual ductwork to each classroom. Intercom and bells again, hot water to those restrooms as well. We replaced the gym lighting in that school with LEDs. We fenced the perimeter of their playground. Inadequate electrical panel clearances, that goes back to what I was talking about with storage. That was done with the fire marshals. Also the drinking fountains with bottle fillers, and then walkways were addressed there as well. Nansemond Parkway, they had the same HVAC unit replacement that Elephant's Fork and Kilby Shores had. Clocks and bells again, electrical panel clearances again, and unsecured panels. We also installed hot water in those restrooms. Again, the drinking fountains with bottle fillers were put in there, and we also did the sidewalk work at that building. Mac Ben Jr., we replaced the roof system there. We replaced the clock and bell systems at that building. Mr. Littlefield's been very busy with clocks and bells. We replaced drinking fountains there as well. We also did the concrete work with the sidewalks. Now, in addition, as I said, this is just these schools. We've actually done work in all of our schools that we're not going to put up here for you to see. But in addition to all this work that we've done, since 2022, which was the school year after the facility study was completed, my department, my folks, and my contractors, they have closed out 19,534 work order tickets. For just the 5 schools with the highest FCIs, we didn't even use all 7 of them. 8,435 of those were just in those 5 schools that had the highest FCIs. And the reason that's important is because every work order that we clear today does 2 things. It takes away part of that cost for the deferred maintenance that was used to get these numbers, but it also takes away the cost, part of the cost for future numbers if we ever do this study again. So this adds up, over the course of time, this adds up to quite a substantial amount of money that we've spent. And, you know, you don't notice these things like you do the bigger projects and the more big ticket kind of items, but all of this goes towards making our buildings last that 50 to 60 years that we expect them to last. So with that, we'll take questions.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Napier. So as the board can recall, I sent you the executive summary for the facility study, and now you've also received data from Mr. Napier. Thank you for sharing that work order piece. Of course, as we all know, when we're doing things in the house, we do save money, but it has to be things just for overall efficiency that has to be part of the purchase services line. Suffolk Public Schools follow the facility study. Both City Council and the school board agreed that the facility study was going to be basically used as our facilities Bible was the word that was put out in 2021 when it was presented. And in these 5 years since the study has been done, thank you for Mr. Napier for reminding me that as we were getting reports and feedback in on each school, we started to hop on some projects. We had $3.575 million was the preventative maintenance money that Mr. Riddick had referred to earlier. That's now gone. Of course, for the Northern Shores project, that was repurposed. This is why it's very important for the year-end funds to be able to cover some of these things. I had a good conversation today with Mr. McGee about a potential plan. But one of the things that we do want to make sure is clear to our entire school community is that we are always going to take a look at the items that have the greatest impact on the students and the items that have the greatest impact on safety. And as you all could see, there was a reoccurring theme: lighting, sidewalks, HVAC replacement, things of that nature is what we were focused on because we saw that it's much better when we can bring a contractor in for one project that encompasses several schools. That's cheaper for us, and that's something that Mr. Napier's team has done a great job of doing. And I just want to publicly thank you, Terry, for all of the work that your team has done in keeping up with all of this information, because as you all can see, he knows stuff off the back back of his hand is just amazing. So with that, Mr. McGee, I'll turn it back over to you.
I appreciate that, Dr. Gordon.
Can I just add one more thing?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't think a lot of people know, but if you take all of the projects in their entirety and you add in the work orders, that's an investment of just over $50 million. And that's a lot of money for a medium-sized school division to be able to put towards this kind of work in a very short period of time. We're talking about 6 years. So I think it's important that everyone, and I've heard the stuff, that Dr. Gordon has talked about with we don't follow it and, it was a waste of money. It wasn't. And that's $50 million that the school division has put toward its buildings and its infrastructure that I think a lot of people don't realize.
Thanks, Mr. Napier. Really appreciate the brief. Thank you for your service here at SPS. Dr. Gordon, to the board, I just want you guys to hear, one thing that concerns me when I sit in these meetings with City Council and, we have our joint meetings, and I shared this with Dr. Gordon. He has a lot of knowledge. He can speak to this really well. We, as a board, when he's sharing these documents with us, this information, we have to soak this in. That way, when we're having conversations with our counterparts, that way, when we're having public conversations with City Council, we can articulate factual data, on the needs of our schools. So I appreciate you, Dr. Gordon, for putting this all together. Information is knowledge, and we're going to keep carrying on. Did anybody else have any questions on Mr. Napier's presentation?
Yes, I did.
Go ahead, Mr. Riddick.
Okay. First and foremost, my principal, Mr. Napier, I know you're looking forward to retirement, but I do want to say thank you for your service to SPS, not just in this role, but when I met you at Booker T. Washington Elementary School, you were my assistant principal along with the Honorable Ms. Montgomery. You all didn't take any mess, and I want to say thank you for your correction, and telling my mama every time I act up.
I still have your mom's phone number.
I just wanted to tell you thank you. But in regards to your report, I noticed you said we could take Elephant's Fork off, but my question is, do you happen to know what is the condition of the core facility at EFE? Because I understand we are in hopes and promise that we're going to get a new Elephant's Fork Elementary School, but from the conversations we've been having with the board was to repurpose the existing school. So I didn't want us to think that we could stop funding the maintenance of that particular building because we got a new one coming. That's how, in my opinion, the two schools that we just turned over kind of got further along in disrepair because we weren't really doing a lot of maintenance, that we prioritized it to where the students were, and I understand that. But do you happen to know the condition of the core facility at EFE, not the 12 mobile units, just the brick and mortar building?
Well, first and foremost, the current core facilities there are too small because of the mobile units. If you took away that population of students and you got the building back down to the size that it was meant to be, then your core facilities probably would be adequate in terms of size. We do have some underground plumbing infrastructure problems there that we've dealt with for a number of years. I'm not saying that that couldn't be salvaged. If you want to throw enough money at it, you can fix anything. But it's primarily, at this point, a size problem with the cafeteria and the restrooms because we have basically another small school sitting behind that school in mobile units.
And just to piggyback on that, because Mr. Napier is exactly right, this is a part of the reason why you guys, to Mr. Riddick's point, saw the staff recommendation of just mentioning that early childhood center at Elephant's Fork to make that a part of the capital improvement plan so that we can begin to do some upgrades there, which would then also create space at our elementary schools that since all 11 of them hold pre-K. We do know that a major renovation would have to occur in that building, primarily in installing bathrooms in the classrooms for the pre-K classrooms and addressing the plumbing issues that Mr. Napier is mentioning. So that's going to be something that we're going to continue to recommend and bring back to the board to ensure that Mr. Riddick's point continues about having something happening at that building, because the renovation itself will be a multi-year project. It will be a multi-year project, but that is something that we are looking forward to, having a centralized early childhood location.
Okay. So, Dr. Gordon, I'm glad you brought that up. So this is what I want to leave with this board. As we're beginning to think about upcoming CIP needs, the primary school at the old or the existing Elephant Fork location needs to be put in. Because as we know, our city is growing, but our school system infrastructure is not growing at the rate of our city. So with that being said, we don't want to get a new elementary school, but we still can't really relieve capacity to its greatest potential if we don't begin construction or renovation on EFE immediately after the new one opens. Because having that as a primary school, I'm gonna just talk data to you real quick. That's going to relieve the preschool at Northern Shore, not Northern Shores, Nasman Park, Hill Point, Oakland, possibly Booker T. McBean, and Kilby, and EFE, possibly in the existing building, but it's a dollar cost. So I would like to get some figures as to what that cost actually is. Because bear in mind, there's 3 mobile units at McBean, 4 at Nasman Parkway, and 8 at Kilby Shores. So I've heard our counterparts on City Council mention that there is capacity in the SPS. We just have to shift students around. That's a misguided statement. If we get rid of the mobile units, we don't have capacity. And these mobile units are 35 years plus. Elephant Fork was overcrowded in the 90s when I was there. So I just ask that we continue to put that in our CIP. Last question for you, Mr. Napier. I'm not gonna belabor the time, but my question is, when you reference McBean Junior Elementary School and its composite index at 20.36%, that is greater than Nasman River, which is at 10.71, and you stated that the situation at McBean has been remedied. Is it patched to get us through, or is this something that we are not going to have to look forward to an issue coming later on down the road with this particular school? Because you know that corridor of the city is also growing, and that school has a large population of students as well. And it's a relatively new facility, newer facility, I'm gonna put it that way.
Yes, we put an entire new roof. We pulled the entire asphalt shingle roof system off of it. We put a standing seam metal roof on it, which is the same roof system that this school and the school across the street have. What we have found over the years, these buildings don't leak. Asphalt shingle roofs leak terribly. So we don't have that problem at McBean anymore. Now, we do have a chiller issue that Dr. Gordon is looking at right now at McBean. It is still operational, but that's something that just comes as equipment wears out. But other than that, we're pretty good at McBean at this point.
Thank you so much. Mr. Napier, I do want to also close with saying thank you so much for all you have done for me personally, corrections, praise, and encouragement.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Riddick. Are there any other comments from any other board members? All right, being none, we'll move on to item number 9, year-end priorities. I think that is an updated list, huh, Dr. Gordon?
Yes, it is, Mr. McGee. We wanted to make sure, especially we put this in order from agenda review, that you all could kind of see exactly what we were talking about. I believe this was the list that Ms. Fields was referring to in her comments earlier, $19.8 million. If we were to have a chance to do everything, that's what it would cost. You can see the surplus numbers that Ms. Forsman has estimated that we will have at the end of the year, right around $1.96 million. That was as of 14 days ago. That's also part of the reason, ladies and gentlemen, why I provided that information that came from the General Assembly, that we're about $1.6 million short for the bonus. So realistically, we will have about $400,000 or so left to do something on this list. And that's also, and I never mentioned, it's the S holes word, because I never want to say the full thing. We know that we have March and April that are here, and you all saw the crazy weather today, and usually when we have multiple days of rain, you all kind of know what happens. So this is a part of the reason why you all had also asked for this as a part of your budget questions, and we wanted to provide this to the board as an info item, and we will continue to update you between now and really September 1 as things get fixed, especially for those items that we will have to go back to the city if there's any surplus left over. Remember, we have to ask for the city to appropriate that if it goes past June 30th. Thank you, Mr. McGee.
Thanks, Dr. Gordon. All right, guys, the last item under new business is item 10. This is a first read from policy review. Are there any comments? If not, we'll see it at our next meeting. All right, that wraps up new business. I'm going to move on to public speakers on non-agenda items.
It is the intent of the school board to ensure that the affairs of the board be conducted in an open and orderly manner, that all persons desiring to address the board are afforded an opportunity to do so in the order in which they sign up to speak, that persons in attendance may observe and hear the proceedings of the board without distraction, and that the members of the board and board employees are able to transact the business of the board with minimal disruption. Any persons addressing the board shall, 1, confine their comments to matters germane to services, policies, and affairs of the school board or Suffolk Public Schools. 2, refrain from words or statements which from their usual construction and common acceptance are construed as insults and tend to incite violence or breach of the peace. 3, refrain from obscenity, vulgarity, or other breach of respect. 4, comply with the time limit for public comment as set by the board, which can be up to 5 minutes unless the board, through the exercise of its discretion, decide to allow less than 5 minutes for public comment. 5, refrain from cumulative or repetitive remarks. And 6, refrain from making any comment regarding any pending student discipline or employee grievance matters. The appropriate forum for such matters is the applicable administrative hearing provided by state law or, where appropriate, court proceeding. Persons must not engage in disorderly, disruptive, or boisterous conduct, such as, but not limited to, making noise, use of profane language, or obscene gestures, yelling, or similar demonstrations that interrupts or disturbs the peace and good order of the meeting. Persons addressing the board may deliver to the board or its clerk written materials including reports, statements, exhibits, letters, or signed petitions, and may also make use of any chart or graph during their verbal presentation. The school board welcomes comments from the public as appropriate. Board members will listen to public comment but will not comment, deliberate, or take action on them. The school board chair may direct the superintendent to investigate items and report back to the school board at a subsequent meeting. The chair or other presiding officer shall preserve decorum and shall decide all questions of public order subject to appeal to the board. At the request of the chair, a city police officer shall act as sergeant-at-arms at tonight's board meeting. That officer shall, under the direction of the chair or other presiding officer, have charge of the meeting area, the waiting areas, and corridors adjacent thereto, and shall prevent disorder or interruption of the business of the board. We have one speaker, Terrence Parks, regarding HB 182.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, board members, Superintendent Gordon. My name is Terrence Parks. I reside at 6218 Winthrop Drive in Suffolk. I've come tonight to speak about HB 182, consideration for allowing African American history or AP African American Studies as a substitute for World History 1 or World Geography to meet graduation requirements. The bill removes the need for a verified credit for a substitution. Currently, the bill is awaiting action from Governor Spanberger with a deadline of April 13th at 11:59 p.m. This bill is a resubmission of last year's bill HB 1824, which passed the House and Senate, but was vetoed by then Governor Youngkin. Prior to that decision, the school board deadlocked on the bill, a decision that disappointed several constituents in attendance that meeting, myself included. Rather than waste time wondering why the board couldn't bring a collective vote one way or the other, I choose to speak on the importance of the bill and address concerns that were previously made during that session. First, what should have been emphasized throughout is that if passed, the courses would have been optional substitutes. And I say again, optional substitutes, meaning those that didn't want their children to take the courses would have been under no obligation to do so. To deny the bill is the same as saying, if I don't want it, you can't have it either. One concern was that the passing of such a bill would cause division. I believe that any division posed by the passing of this bill would be born basically out of ignorance. A 9-letter word that's cured with another 9-letter word, education. It was brought up by the superintendent that the curriculum of African American Studies is actually more stringent than what is required currently. So denying these courses of study to be optional substitutes is literally suppressing higher education. It was mentioned that African American history is U.S. history, and that's true. What was true then is true now. African American history isn't taught proportionally to the contributions made to this nation since the first Africans arrived on our shores over 500 years ago. If that were true, just like students know Thomas Edison and Benjamin Franklin, they'd also know Henry Sampson. If you don't recognize his name, just think of him the next time you catch a student playing with their cell phone in class. Blame him for inventing the gamma cell, which gave us that technology that we use now. Another year passed, and our students might not know that miraculously, there's still one Tulsa Massacre survivor still alive, Leslie Randall. There was one that was alive last year that passed in November, Miss Violet Fletcher. In case anyone's wondering, Ruby Bridges is still alive too. So if the board were to take up this consideration before the governor takes action, I would implore you to imagine that those women are alive in the audience before you make your decision. There was also concern about consideration for other groups such as Native American, Italian, Irish, or Asian. Currently, HB 814 has been proposed to establish African American, Asian, Pacific Islander, Latino, and Indigenous Education Advisory Board for SO testing curriculum. The bill passed the House 97-0, reached the Senate, but is currently being referred to committee. If passed, it would ensure consideration for more diverse curriculum. By allowing African American history to be used as a substitute, you give students more opportunity to learn names like William Goings, first Black Navy SEAL, a woman like Alice Ball, who at age 23 discovered a cure for leprosy, but died by age 24, and the credit was stolen from her for decades. They'd also learn more about the Tuskegee Airmen, not just for the fact that they were among the most decorated pilots in history, that they were so lethal that the Germans had to change their tactics just to take them down. You'd learn about people like Charles McGee, people like Robert Stroud, who during the Confederacy was considered a criminal, but which criminal is that people don't know him today. I implore the board, should you choose to consider this bill before the governor, be on the right side of history this time, the side that gives African American history the merit it deserves, not just 1 month out of the year. Thank you for your time.
All right, we are moving on to business by board members. I'm going to start with Mr. Riddick, and then I'll move to Vice Chair Howell, and we'll work our way from my left to my right. Mr. Riddick, do we have you?
I apologize. I was asking, could I go last? I'm at a conference and I have to step out right quick to handle something, and then I'll be back in. It should take me no more than 10 minutes.
All right, we'll move to Vice Chair Howell.
Can't see her though.
All right.
Thank you. The front of my backpack, sorry. My laptop is about to die, so I'm going to be brief. I just want to apologize for not being there, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone in person at the next meeting. I too want to extend my gratitude to Mr. Napier. Though he was never my elementary school principal, I was an employee by the time I worked with him. He has been a presence. He's been a presence in Suffolk Public Schools for a long time. So I'm really thankful for all that he has done for all of the students, but also want to acknowledge he has been a dogged advocate. I'll say with the city, not against the city, but with the city for getting our facilities repaired, replaced, updated. And so I just would like him to be acknowledged for that and gratitude shown for that. I've had quite a busy couple of weeks, personal things, high school, college visits. But I also got the opportunity to, sorry, charger's coming, observe, I don't know that this was a good thing, but there was a pretty bad accident on Wilroy Road the other day. I want to say it was Tuesday, and 3 or 4 of our buses were so gracious and so patient navigating around it, while most of the other cars navigating around the accident had road rage. So I just want to again call attention to our bus drivers. What they deal with on a day-to-day is enough, but to see them in action kind of from a distance, in the middle of complete chaos, because it happened right at the end of the Wilroy ramp. They seemed to be completely calm, cool, and collected, and the kids were all settled on the bus as well. And I just, as often as I can, want to acknowledge our transportation staff and our transportation department, because they're often the first ones to take a hit publicly with comments and criticism and stuff. And so I see you. I see what you're doing, and I'm grateful for you. To the rest of my colleagues, I will see you next time.
Thank you, Vice Chair Hell. Mr. Riddick, are you available? All right, I'm going to move on to you, Ms. Fields, if you don't mind.
I would like to say congratulations to Suffolk Public School leaders, staff, and students for earning a national publication for earning recognition in a national publication, the Business View magazine, for progress towards building a student-first system for workforce readiness. There it is. That underscores the vision and guidance of Dr. John B. Gordon and his team. Students, please keep doing what you're doing. You are elevating. I also would like to say congratulations to all the students and programs highlighted in the Good News Report. The Good News Report for me is our evidence that Suffolk Public Schools is really knocking it out of the park. If you or your program was not featured in the Good News Report, I encourage you to continue to challenge yourself. Greatness lives inside of you. Let your hidden talents show. Thank you to the supporters, teachers, and parents who guide and inspire and encourage the students. Your love and input could be the thing that's making all the difference. I had the privilege between board meetings of attending a few student-centered events. One thing that I attended was the 17th Annual Career and Technical Education Professional Students Conference at the Hilton Garden Inn with Dr. Skinner and Dr. Neighbors. Those students appeared to be professional, and they looked like an awesome workforce. They looked like they were absolutely ready for the workforce. I attended an African Print Day at Creekside, where Principal Paraski and Vice Principal Reese are the leaders. That program was well organized and it was well attended, and there was a lot of energy there. I had almost forgotten how it sounds when the kids are in the gym and everybody's screaming. It really does something to your head. But the energy was great. I really loved being in that environment, and the kids they were screaming, but they were well behaved, and they were having a good time, and they were learning from the presentations that were being made. I attended a Winter Wonderland Literacy Night at John F. Kennedy, where Principal Woods is the leader. It was very organized. It was very well organized with lots of fun activities for the guests and for the students. Students got the opportunity to interact with literacy elements at every station. It was very, very nice. Everything was lined up in the hallways, and you could just walk through there, and there was something to do at every turn, everywhere you looked. It was really, really nice. They did a good job. At each event, I had just as much fun as the students. I believe I did. It was so much fun being in those student-centered educational spaces. Thank you to the principals, the students, for their warm welcomes as they greeted us at those events. And thank you to the parents for supporting the events and bringing the kids out. And hopefully, even the parents enjoyed it. I'm sure they did. Those are the kinds of activities that I like, that I really encourage and that I like to participate in for students. And I'm really grateful that I got a chance to do that. And with that, I will say good night till the next meeting.
Thank you, Board Member Fields. Board Member Jenkins, you're up.
Thank you. I'm going to be quick. I just want to say thank you to Dr. Gordon and your staff and the entire SPS family. You are doing a great work, and I just want you to know it's not unnoticed. When I get invited to different schools and I go, I see the staff, I see the engagement with the students, and sometimes even parents are there. And just like Mrs. Fields said, that's what it's all about. So I encourage our parents to participate, go support your students, whether they're pre-K all the way up to 12th grade. They need your support. I had the privilege of going to some of those events with Board Member Fields, and she did not let anyone outdo her because she was out on the dance floor with everybody as well. So, and I have videos to prove it. So, and I just want to say, you know, safety, student achievement, taking care of our staff, adequate communication, working with our parents and whoever the guardians are to make sure they understand what is needed from their student and how they can support their child. And I also want to keep NSU students and staff and ODU students and staff for the things that have happened this week with the shooting just today. We need to keep our partners in prayer because it's not easy. The world is really not like it used to be. You know, you don't know. I mean, I got up this morning, had on a short sleeve shirt and went to work, and an hour later, I needed my winter coat. And it's snowing, sleeting, all of that. And it was like 80 degrees this week. So we need to bind together that village that I keep talking about, and we need to work together to make everyone succeed, not work apart, not be the crab in the basket. We don't need that. We have too many things to accomplish. We need to cover our children, the students. If you see someone falling, pick them up, talk to them, and be that shoulder that they can lean on. And I just want to say have a safe rest of the week, and good night.
Thank you, Board Member Jenkins. Board Member Slingloff.
Yes, so I'm very excited tonight. First of all, I loved having the honors graduates here tonight, and I took tallies of many of the different things that they were doing. I'm so excited about the sciences that they're engaging in, biology, engineering. There were so pre-med, pre-law. I just think it's fantastic. But I want to highlight something that stood out to me, and I think there may have only been one. There was a young gentleman who stated that he was going to get his certification HVAC. And I just want to applaud him. I didn't get to speak that to him directly, but to applaud him and tell him I'm really excited for him. I went to the CTE, as well as everyone else did, the Career and Technical Education Professional Student Conference a couple weeks ago, and that's my third one. It's one of my favorite events of the year because I think it's an aha moment for a lot of students who get to come and taste and see different opportunities that are out there for them, because not everybody has the same passions for different things, but when you go and you get to taste the culinary arts literally, or you can experience the pre-med EMT section, or perhaps, work on some hair and do some things. There are so many wonderful trades that our kids can be engaged in, and that really excites me to see our kids that can find that. So kudos to that young man. On that note, for CTE, kudos to Dr. Skinner for a fantastic event. I loved it. Dr. Neighbors was there. She did an outstanding job leading with her Fab Five, who engaged all of the students in an activity, and that was really fun to watch around and see a few kids there with some aha moments as they were working on the laptops, on their Chromebooks, creating music. That was exciting, very fun to participate in. And there have been a lot of wonderful things happening in my borough. I have been celebrating with Kings Fork for their speech, and that's Kings Fork and Nansemond River High School. The speech tournament, very exciting. I love rhetoric, and I love public speaking, and I get really excited when I see kids who also engage in that. So that is a skill set no one can take away from you, and it will serve you very, very well. To the young student athletes that are here today from Kings Fork High School, the wrestling, I was very excited to see that number 2 and number 3 in our school history to make that achievement. That's fantastic. But perhaps one of my most exciting things that I want to highlight tonight is for Oakland Elementary School with their Beta Club. Beta Club is fantastic, and Lakeland High School has also had some excellence with their Beta Club, but Oakland Elementary School is the first elementary school Beta Club, and I am so proud of that club and the leadership there with Ms. Wolfunkel and Ms. Teisinger, under the leadership of Ms. Bynum and Ms. Wadney, and the other ladies that have helped, and I apologize, I don't have everybody's name, but just an excellent program there. I am so grateful that you ladies have stepped up and that you are leading this charge. So with that, I will say have a wonderful evening. I will look forward to seeing you all very soon.
Thank you, Board Member Slinglove. Dr. Brittenham.
Thank you, Board Chair Mickey. First, I want to go back and just congratulate the Kings Fork High School honor grads. Again, I'm just so excited about the various fields of study, certifications, and degrees that we heard come across as they presented where they're going after graduation. I'm also excited about the Beta Club that was started at Oakland Elementary. I think it's a fabulous organization, and it really helps students to grow and learn and gives them opportunities to get together with other divisions and be in some very interesting events that help to prepare them for middle school and high school Beta Club. So congratulations to them for their advancement to the National Beta Club, and also congratulations to the Lakeland High School student who was selected to be the vice president of the National Beta Club. That is phenomenal. A lot of hard work that went into doing that. The girls from Kings Fork High School that are wrestling champions, that's phenomenal that they have had the ability to be in that sport and to excel in it. I want to thank board members for a productive board meeting tonight, being able to conduct business. And I look forward to our upcoming discussion on Chromebooks and students that are in pre-K to third grade. So with that, I will say good night.
Thank you, Dr. Brentham. Mr. Riddick, are you still with us?
Yes, I am. I do apologize. I had to relocate, get to another venue to get something to eat. But I'm going to make mine very briefly. First and foremost, I want to give a major shout out to Booker T. Washington Elementary School. Can y'all hear me well?
Yes, sir. We have you.
Okay, Booker T. Washington Elementary School, Enchanted Steppers. They placed first place in a recent step competition, I believe in Chesapeake. I want to give Dr. Brock and her team and all of those outstanding students who will go above and beyond every day to showcase their talent while maintaining good grades in order to be in a program along with great behavior. This is why you see me advocate so aggressively for the arts, because our students have a lot of talent and people throughout the world are now seeing what Suffolk has to offer. They've been seeing it, but they're seeing it in greater quantities now. I also want to say thank you to Dr. Gordon and his team, especially Ms. Forsman, for doing her due diligence as always with this budget, giving us recommendations on what we can do best for our school division, as well as thank you to Mr. Napier and his team for all of the hard work they do behind the scenes to make sure that our facilities are up to par with the resources that we do have. Sometimes doing magic, and I just want to say thank you. I want to close on this here that at the end of the day, we're not here to be personal, but we're here to do the business of the school division. We are here to work together. And what I do encourage each board member to do, if there's things that you have on the agenda or that you would like to put on the agenda, if you would just pick up the phones and let's communicate with one another, and let's be upfront and honest with where we stand on things. And I believe we can get this board moving in a more cohesive manner. So I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity to speak. And the last shout out to Kingsburg High School. You all did an outstanding job with your scholarship amounts. I'm super proud as a fellow alumni, and I look forward to being in person at the next meeting. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Board Member Riddick, for those comments. I'm going to withhold my comments tonight just to save time. We do have another item that we need to go into closed session for. A motion is needed for that.
A motion is needed to go into a second closed meeting to discuss the following item and subject pursuant to the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, found in Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711, Record Review 2025/26-7RR, regarding the assignment of a student to Turlington Woods School, where the discussion in an open meeting would involve disclosure of information contained in the student's scholastic record, which is authorized by the Virginia Freedom of Information Act, found in Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A2.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion was made by Dr. Brentham, seconded by Board Member Slingluff. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins?
Yes.
Board Member Riddick?
We might have lost them.
Board Member Slingluff? Vice Chair Howell?
Yes.
Board Chair McGee?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, we're going to move into closed session. Just a reminder, no personal electronic devices.
sign, okay. So I found a, I don't know if you remember, years ago, we used to have clickers we used in the classroom to do some classroom polling. The SBA, the School Association has a vendor that does a similar product with a yes, no abstain that doesn't run on the wireless network, doesn't require, and has a electronic board. For him, well, the school. It's usually one here. Yeah. Jarrell went looking for it this afternoon, couldn't find it, and by the time he did, it was too late. Yeah, so we didn't, usually there's a speaker right there we put, but he was on a cell phone, he wasn't on a computer. And as you could see, he was yelling it, I mean, I was trying to listen to it. It's actually, the Google Translate was picking it up pretty good on the push button on the stream. So you should be able to use this. Well, if they're not here, because we're switching. Yeah. Yeah, they're there. Yeah, the screen had nothing to do with it.
I'll take this to my car, I'll come right back.
But yeah, so I requested both for that system.
I know they were going back in there.
So they're just options. Now, a voting system won't work when we got participants. There was a big debate about it. So if that's electronic. The city participation to all of this. Because Danny said that they don't. Well, I put a request in. One night I was sick. That would work here or the city. I got to go for it. I am right up the street. It's probably $100 a clicker, so probably under $1,000 when you include software. But I'll find out.
Back to phone charger?
Oh, I heard
Or
that.
USB-C cord?
I got a USB-C charger today, Bart.
Right? Well, I mean, it's an older since I started.
Oh, yeah, it's second season.
Yeah.
And I just finished crawl.
I just downloaded the plug over there.
But you know, it's season 2. Season 2, but you know, it doesn't, you don't get but one per week.
Oh,
So it's about episode 4 now, but yeah, that's on Prime. I'll use yours.
I started one last night, but it's a little too much for me. I don't even know the name of it. Ryan found it. It's set in Africa.
Okay.
And so there are subtitles.
So you don't do the Bridgerton?
No, I can't do Bridgerton because I have to watch that by myself.
Okay. I did the first season. Then when they got rid of my boy, I was like, okay. Because I mean, I just tried. I was there with my wife. You know?
Yeah.
And she's kind of like, I'm watching it. Okay, what does that mean, babe? This is not a together show.
It's not.
Right, you know, because well, why this and who is that? And,
No,
I'm not,
you just got to follow
Right,
along.
right. Because I'm not going to watch all of them. I'm going to come, you know, the third one,
Right.
or the fourth one. Then I'm going to miss one. And
Yeah, I can't watch
yeah,
it. No.
Yeah, that's what she said. No, I'll do this by myself.
Yeah, I'll catch it one day. One of my good girlfriends from college, she had a Bridgerton themed birthday.
Really?
Yeah, it was really nice though, and everyone really outdid themselves with the attire. But she had a Bridgerton.
What, the outfits are amazing?
Yeah.
The diversity?
Yes.
It's good. I mean, the acting
All right, I call this meeting back in order. We need a certification of the second closed meeting.
Resolution of certification of the second closed meeting of March 12th, 2026, pursuant to Section 2.2-3712 of the Code of Virginia, whereas the School Board of the City of Suffolk convened a closed meeting on this date pursuant to an affirmative recorded vote and in accordance with the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act. And whereas Section 2.2-3712 of the Code of Virginia requires a certification by the school board that such closed meeting was conducted in conformity with Virginia law. Now therefore be it resolved that the school board of the City of Suffolk hereby certifies that, to the best of each member's knowledge, number one, only business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law were discussed in the closed meeting to which this resolution of certification applies. And number two, only such public business matters as were identified in the motion convening the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered by the school board of the City of Suffolk.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
All right, motion was made by Board Member Jenkins, seconded by Dr. Brittingham. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins?
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove?
Yes.
Vice Chair McGee?
Yes,
Motion passed. Board Chair McGee.
you're good. All right, is there a motion on action of the second closed meeting?
Board Chair McGee, I move that we uphold the decision or recommendation made by the Student Services Review Committee on the student discipline.
All right, motion was made by Dr. Brittingham to uphold the Student Services recommendation for discipline. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Board Member Jenkins. Any discussion? Being none, Madam Clerk.
Board members, please vote. Board Member Dr. Brittingham?
Yes.
Board Member Fields?
Yes.
Board Member Jenkins?
Yes.
Board Member Slinglove?
Yes.
Board Chair McGee?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, the remainder items are information items. I'll see everybody at our next meeting on March 26th. This meeting is adjourned.